my gorgeous light beings, my healers, my star seeds, my light workers. Welcome and welcome back to my channel, The Pleiadian Priestess. Today's reading took a turn for the intriguing, okay? I had time at work, we had time to kill, so I was sitting there just, doing my thing, not rushing for time, which was amazing, because I always feel like I'm rushing. Today's reading is going to be a spin on a reading I did a few days ago about what does he think or what was he thinking when he followed you. There was one group in that reading that inspired me to do what does he think of your dating profile. So if you have a dating profile, what does he think of it? If you don't have a dating profile, what does he think of your dating persona, who you put off when you're dating someone, okay? It can be who you are before they get to know you better, or it could be who you really are coming through in the reading, because I'll be just getting into all the tea, child. Okay, so we're going to see what comes through for you guys. It was very interesting for me. I loved it. I hope you guys love it as well. Okay, always comment down below and let me know how it resonates for you. If it doesn't resonate for you, that would be nice as well. Don't get crazy though, okay? But yeah, this is going to be very intriguing. If you do want to watch it, like I said, you don't have a dating profile, you can always do that and just put it on what do they think of your social media and how dateable are you based on your social media, things like that. Just switch it up if you don't have a dating profile, but you still want to watch, So you're going to have to choose between these three gorgeous ladies. And as usual, I will see you gorgeous people at your reading. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group ones. I hope you can hear me well. I'm deciding to stick with this headphone situation because outside school just got let out and they acted a fool with all this beeping. I don't want that in the background of the reading. If you can hear it a little bit, I'm sorry, but I'm trying to be, as good as I can. So today's reading is going to be about if you chose group one, thumbnail image one. And my hand is ashy. Oh my gosh, I can't. Okay, if you are here at group one, welcome to your reading. We're going to be getting into what do men think when they see your dating profile. If you're not on dating apps, just your social media profile. We'll stick with that, okay? So you're either here because I said, what do men think when they see your profile? And it could be dating profile, whatever I put. We're going to get into it, okay? If y'all see the ash on my hand, my business. Because I washed my hands and they just got ashy quick. I didn't moisturize. Not saying people call you ashy maybe. Gosh. Let me stop for y'all cuss me out. We have Three of Cups. Okay, so you're definitely someone who likes to have a good time. That's definitely what comes through your dating profile or your regular social media profile. You're someone who likes to have a good time. You could definitely be someone who's always doing shots, always drinking. You're a very I want to say friendly person, but I mean you could always be posting stuff with your friends, or on your dating profile you have like 3 specific friends, or you're always posting stuff with your friends. You see the ridiculous stuff to deal with. The next card we have here is the Eight of Pentacles. Interesting. So this could be your job. Having fun is what I'm getting specifically in this reading right now with the Three of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. Your job could be having fun. Maybe you have a really good job. Or if you don't post about your job at all, you just post about always having a good time, always going somewhere. The Eight of Pentacles is someone who's always busy at work, who's always studying, who's always trying to become a better person. So that could be something you post about on your profiles as well. How you're trying to, get your degree. Since you got your degree and know everything. I can't stand Monique, child. She deserved all the awards for that movie because she was just acting a whole fool, bro. Okay. That could be how you act. You be wilding out on your profile, your dating profile, okay? These two cards want to roll over. We have Ace of Swords here. Definitely someone who comes through is very talkative, very smart. I'm hearing quick as a whip. You're very transparent is what I'm hearing. Not saying that you're easily seen through, but it's giving people can tell who you are based on your profile, from your profile, okay? So it's very easy to know who you are as a person and what you believe in and, what kind of person you are in general, where you work, stuff like that, your friends. Your life is very laid out bare on social media for people to see. And then here we have the Star. Let me cover her. Okay, so your boobs are definitely coming through. They're very perky, very big, very plump, very soft. It could be a lot, okay? You're big chested, believe it or not. Now, that's what's coming through for this card, but that's definitely, there's a focal point when it comes to you. You have like star persona energy. celebrity energy. Maybe you have a lot of followers, so they immediately think, oh, this person may be a little bougie or uppity because they have all these followers. They think they're all that kind of energy. Okay. And I'm hearing all that. So you may think you're all that, or they think you're all that based on your profile. This is what men think, okay? But they are thinking that you think you're all that, because you're very beautiful, you're pretty, or because you have like assets that men like, and that could be like you have a lot of followers. You know how people be getting salty when girls get attention. The men get upset for whatever reason, okay? That's the vibe that's coming through here, but you have a star quality about you, okay? And that's why you may have so many followers. Everybody wants to see what you're doing and what you're up to. So definitely popular. It's giving local celebrity. You don't have to be someone who has like millions of followers, but you could have like 2,000, 3,000 followers, and that's a lot. Or you could have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, who knows. But that's the vibe that's coming through. You like to have a good time, and that comes through in your social media profile. But you're also definitely very intelligent, and people, they could see that communication or you speaking about certain things is very important. So you could be someone who, like I said, is woke. Or if I didn't say that, I'm saying it now. You talk about that in your dating profile or your regular profile, and that's like very big for you. So definitely communication and who you are as a person comes through very heavily. Like I said, you're very transparent about who you are. But there could be like vultures or people in your comment section, or it could lead to them feeling salty about you in some kind of way, because like I also said, men tend to not like women who get a lot of attention. Who knows what the reason is? If it's jealousy, if it's hate, if it's insecurity, the world will never know. It's going to be different for every case or every guy, but it's definitely giving, oh, she gets mad attention, there's probably mad people in her DMs kind of energy, you know? Then we have a Three of Wands coming out to clarify the Three of Cups. Very interesting. And you're always on a new adventure. Is definitely the vibe that's coming through. So if you were to have a dating profile, you're the person who's posting them at a waterfall, or you're posting yourself on a boat, or you're posting yourself on a plane, or you're posting yourself in your bikini at the beach, or you're posting yourself going on one of those zip lines across the big vast forest. And I'm like, I can never do that, child. But you're coming through that way. Someone who's always out having a good time, always traveling, you know what I mean? But you're giving like center of attention kind of energy. I'm also hearing like America's sweetheart. That's very interesting. I was hearing, first of all, Sophie, I think her name was Sophia, something like that. She was the America's sweetheart on Corey in the House. And they would tell her America's sweetheart. She's like, that's what they call me. I think her name was Sophie or something like that. That was what was coming through. Then there's also a song called America's Sweetheart by X and O's, L King. I believe it's L King or L something. She's somebody's daughter. She's some actor, comedian actor's daughter. I forget, but her name is L King, I believe it is, or Ellie. But one of her songs is called America's Sweetheart, okay? And basically what she says in the song is, I'm not America's sweetheart, you know? Stop thinking that I am, and basically stop asking me to do stuff. I think, from what I remember of the song. Oh boy. Yeah, from what I remember of the song, that's how the song went. Let me see if I can look it up for you guys real quick, since the pooper is right here. I'm hearing, that song has been stuck in my head for a good minute now. I'm Here for Someone Else by Benson Boone. Yeah, her name is Elle King. And we have America's Sweetheart. And then can I get the lyrics? So she's like, no, there ain't nothing I gotta prove. You think your words will make me black and blue. But I think I'm pretty with these old boots on. I think it's funny when I drink too much. You try and change me, you can go to hell. Because I don't want to be nobody else. I like the chip I got in my front teeth. And I got bad tattoos you won't believe. So kick out the gems, pick up the soul. Pour another glass of that rock and roll. The song's coming through now. Turn up the band, fire in the hole, gonna lose control tonight. What do you want from me? I'm not America's sweetheart. So beat the drum with me. I'm not America's sweetheart. So that's basically what she's saying in her song, how she isn't America's sweetheart. She likes to chip in her teeth. She likes the old boots she has on. She doesn't want to prove anything to anyone. That's the vibe you're coming through as, young, wild, and free kind of vibes, okay? So yeah, the Three of Wands definitely makes a lot of sense. You are the person who's raising hell at the function, okay? That's the person you are. You're putting on the old boots and they're all scuffed up because you dance at every function. You have a good time. You're drinking, throwing back shots. You're like one of the guys in a way where you're not trying to be the girl who's in the corner with lip gloss on, looking cute, wanting all the guys to come to her. You're just out there having a good time, living life. Okay? That's the vibe you're bringing. And this card comes out so often that I can just tell the way her booty is very pronounced in the card that that's also something they notice if you do have a booty, okay? Because the boobies came through and so did the booties, okay? Yeah. Now we have Judgment coming through, okay? And this is another card that I associate with someone getting a lot of attention. So you do get a lot of attention, or these guys think you do when they see your profile, okay? So it's like when you're dating someone on a dating profile, it's like, oh, this person's so beautiful. She probably has mad people liking her stuff or in her DMs or matching with her kind of energy. And it's like, so? Like, if you're someone who's worth her time, she'll, like, choose you or give you the time of day. If you're not, then, of course, you're going to be mad about it, But anyway, the Judgment card is definitely someone who people are like praising, looking up to, looking at as an angel, thinking of them as their angel. People definitely perk up and pay attention when you come into the room or when they see your profile. Like if you're just scrolling mindlessly on social media or through these apps that people sometimes do, and they see your profile, it's like, oh wait, I have to stop and look. It's kind of like, oh yeah, I was scrolling, whatever, blah blah blah. And then it's like a zing when they see your profile, or I'm saying profile, so it doesn't have to mean dating or otherwise, But that's coming out to clarify the Eight of Pentacles. So it's definitely like, okay, you're also giving me the person who likes their profile to look aesthetically pleasing. So you look like you put a lot of time into cultivating this profile. You found the right pictures. Maybe some of you have professional pictures done because Mastery is the Eight of Pentacles. So you have professional pictures on your profiles, social media or otherwise, dating, whatever. And they're like, oh wow, you put a lot of work into this, you know what I mean? And which is why you're getting a lot of attention. I hope I didn't show the card and her boobies is all hanging out. But yeah, the booty and the boobs are coming through very heavily with these. So it's like giving, nice body. So I wish I could show you, but YouTube gonna be playing in my face and I don't like that. So no, we ain't doing that. But that's the vibe that's coming through here for real. You're very angelic, maybe. Some people have like really long, wavy, thick hair, okay? Blonde hair is coming through very heavily as well, because each of these cards, she has like brown to blonde hair. One of these cards, she has curly black hair. So that's also coming through as well. But that's what they notice when they're thinking of you. They could also be looking at your feet, child. Because her feet are coming through this card right here. Maybe you play an instrument. Okay, I'm hearing trumpet. I don't know why I can never say instrument in peace anymore. Is mayonnaise an instrument? Shut up, Patrick. Ugh. Yeah, that's coming through though. Maybe some people like SpongeBob, or maybe you're fanatics when it comes to like cartoons or something. That's something that also comes through on your profile. Maybe you quoted one of your favorite cartoons. They picked up on it because if someone's quoting is mayonnaise an instrument, and someone's like, oh, that's from SpongeBob. It's like you've watched SpongeBob, because it's like an inside joke between SpongeBob fans. Okay, but that's what's coming through. But the way that she's playing a trumpet, the angel in the Judgment card is playing a trumpet, you could definitely play an instrument. And that's something that they recognize when they're on your profile, okay? Let's see what else comes through. What do men think when they see my group one's dating profile? We have Five of Cups. Yeah, so there is some kind of sadness or a feeling of loss is what the Five of Cups definitely gives. So that like before I even had her, I lost her kind of energy, Or maybe they're just scared to make their case or like you, or they're scared of like being turned down. So they're scared of rejection. That's the vibe that's coming through with these guys here. Like, why is the chair having slipping back? Oh, come on now, relax. That's the vibe coming through. You're also giving a little bit like hard to get is what I'm getting as well. So they're like, oh, she's not going to pay me any attention kind of energy, even if I do like her profile, even if I do follow her, even if I do DM her. It's the kind of vibe that's coming through. I mean, that's fair. You don't got to respond to someone just because they call you beautiful or say, can I get your number? Can I take you out? No. You don't have to. Okay? So there's that coming through. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so they think you have a lot to offer because we have Ace of Swords and Ace of Pentacles. So they see lots of new beginnings with you, or you're like a gift, or it's like fresh and new. Like, when you get a fresh new toy, the excitement of getting a new plaything or something like that, or a new shirt or new pants. Like the excitement of getting something or ordering something online or waiting for it to come could be a thing that's coming through as well. Like, this is the kind of person that I want. I manifested them. Now I want them, you know? Because we have the pentacles, which is obtaining something physical. And then we have the swords, which is initiating a conversation or saying something, you know? Somebody's nose could be coming through. Because now that I'm looking at this Ace of Swords even closer, there's like a nose or like a face coming through in the shape of a cloud, you know? A face-shaped cloud, and the nose is like very prominent. I can kind of probably show you. Give me a second. You see this person here? Their nose is very, like, you know, it's giving the Roman nose, what they call it, I believe. Or is it the Greek nose? I don't know. But it's like a very prominent, you know? Maybe some of you have like bangs as well, and that's something they notice. Because there's like something over the head covering the eyes, essentially, in the card. Okay, and then we have, yeah, Ace of Pentacles to end it off onto the star. So it's definitely like you're a gift, high value, high quality, hard to obtain kind of person, you know. It's like anybody can go to Target or Walmart and buy a shirt, but not everybody can walk into a Chanel store, or I'm hearing Bulgari or something like that. Those, you can tell I don't do much, you know. Those designer stores, nobody can just walk in there and buy a shirt because they're all expensive. So it's kind of like giving exclusive. So there's an exclusivity about you. If y'all don't shut up. Can't stand these blasted cars, bro. Y'all come this way every day, you know it's going to be traffic, and y'all still be beeping. Beeping is not going to make anybody go faster. Okay? Okay. Glad we got to that conclusion. We have Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles, interesting. Okay, so you do seem like someone who's a bit closed off for some whatever reason, or you keep your cards close to your chest, or you're very protective of yourself and your energy, or you look like someone who has a lot of money saved up. That could be something coming through as well, because that's what the Four of Pentacles means. Someone who's like holding on tightly to their money, their energy, their material things. Okay, so stingy in a way it could be coming through, or just someone who doesn't spend all of their money. Maybe you work very hard, but you don't always spend all your money. It could be coming through as well, because we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is mastery. So you're definitely someone who like could have their master's degree, and that's something you would talk about on your profile, social media or otherwise. But then it's like you live like a very minimalistic lifestyle, for example, you know? That could be coming through for you guys. Interesting. I'm hearing two jobs at least. You could have like multiple jobs, multiple professions. Because in the star card, which I still can't show you because her jubilers is all out, she has like two flasks of water that she's both pouring into the pool, when it's usually she's pouring one on the earth and one into the cosmic pool. She's not usually pouring both into the pool, you know? So it's like giving all the money and all the resources you have, you save, or you're like, you have a reservoir of emotions, you hold your emotions back, something like that. But that wouldn't make a lot of sense because you came through as like an open person, or it could just be a party person you were coming through as. Okay, you could be someone that has like a clique, is what I'm hearing as well, because this Three of Cups and all the women dressed the same way with the cups up above their heads kind of gives me like Regina George, Karen, and Gretchen Wiener, how on Wednesdays they all wore pink, so it's giving cliquey. You could be someone who's coming through as cliquey, or like I said, just very particular about the people you want in your life. You don't run around with different friends. You have like a core group of friends. You ain't out here trying to be friends with everybody. Okay, every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Okay, that's coming through with the Four of Pentacles. Very reserved and stingy with your energy or your time or your money. That could be coming through. So someone's in your DMs asking to take you out. You're like, nah, I'm good, love. And they're like, oh, you're playing hard to get. That could be the thing with the Four of Pentacles. Now with the Knight of Pentacles coming through, this is Knight, yes, the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I do think you take your time when it comes to certain things, especially if it comes to someone trying to court you, okay? Or when it comes to making your money, you definitely go the long way, or the, what's the better way that I could put that? You go the right way, you know? Like how people want to go the fast route to get where they want to go and get money and get fame, and you went the long route, which would make sense if you're going to school for a certain thing, because you want that long-term wealth and stability. You don't want it fast and in a hurry, because then it's never going to be you like to take your time is what's coming through. Okay, If it's getting to know someone, if it's going on an adventure, if it's planning something, if it's, getting a degree or something like that, because that keeps coming through. Since you got your degree, I know everything. That keeps coming through. So there's something here about you just seem like very educated, okay? Um, Maybe you're a little snarky or people think you're stuck up. I think I mentioned that already. That could be coming through again. But the Knight of Pentacles is definitely someone who likes to take their time, getting to know people, doing things, embarking on journeys. They're not going to be the person to get up one day and just hop on a plane and go somewhere. You're not impulsive in that kind of way. You like to take your time, careful planning, okay? And for whatever reason that is coming through in your your profile, dating profile, social media profile, you take your time. Okay, there was a lot of Pentacles coming through for real. We have the Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles. That's like a lot of Pentacles. We have Two Cups coming through, One Wand. So you're mostly giving money. That could be what you're mostly focused on, or what they see immediately when they look at you. Someone who comes from money, who has money, that kind of thing. Is that all that's coming through for these cards? I believe so. Your feet are coming through again, so that could be something. Maybe you're always posted that you're getting your nails done, you're having a pedicure or something like that. Because feminine be seeing your toes. How are they seeing your toes? Unless you posted them. Okay. Okay. So that's coming through. What else is coming through? Maybe like you're very calm, cool and collected. At this point, I would usually go like, y'all know my other readings. Sometimes I'll be getting crazy and acting up sometimes. But I'm like feeling very chill right now, you know? Here we have envelope unfolding and surprise. So you're definitely very buttoned up, okay? Because look at how this envelope is closed. This envelope is not open, okay? And then it says unfolding and surprise. So you're definitely someone who takes your time getting to know people. And you seem like someone who's like very reserved. You're mindful, demure. Let me stop. Let me not open up that bag again, okay? But you're definitely someone who takes their time and thinks things through. And you're not just like responding to everyone or trying to get to know everyone. You know, very careful about who you have around you, what you wear, what you buy, what kind of jobs you take on is what that's pretty specific. What kind of jobs you take on. So maybe you're like a freelancer, or is it a contractor? Like you do different contracts, you know? Or maybe you are the job, you know, like you're the person who books events or stuff like that. So you're very careful and mindful about who you're booking and who you're allowing into your space, even if it is for work, okay? Interesting. Well, unfolding and surprise, you're very buttoned up, and people would think that they would be surprised by you, or there's like a lot that they don't know that they want to know about. Is what that card is giving me, the envelope. Because you're not going to be able to see what's inside the envelope until you open it up, right? But even if it has your name on it, you know? And here we have a scarab, nourishment and transformation. Okay. Nourishment and transformation. So you do look like you do take care of yourself, okay? You're very nourished. You look very healthy, okay? There could be something here about blue. You wear a lot of blue jewelry. Blue shows up a lot. You represent someone who is very calm and peaceful. The blue, when it comes to the chakras, is the throat chakra, and that's the Ace of Swords coming through. So you do use your voice a lot. That could be something that's very specific about your dating profile. Just your regular social media profile, you use your voice. Whether it's singing, speaking, public speaking, you know, motivational speaking. I'm getting a visual of one of the ladies that I know is always on like a panel for this, like, what is it called? It's like conversations or something like that with adults. It's like a bunch of black people who come together, and men and women, and they like hash out the disagreements that men and women sometimes have. And you know, there's some toxic dirty men, then there's some very mindful, very demure, regular guys who seem like, you know, they have their head on their shoulders and they sit there and debate. It's like, it's not adult conversations. It's conversations is in the thing. And it's like a, what you call it? It's a card game as well, where you like have these pertinent conversations, date conversations, whatever. That's the, you know, but there's this one lady who has like a good following, and she tells women like how to live their best lives, what to do and stuff like that. So just basically like a motivational speaker in some kind of way, or a lifestyle coach, for example, telling women don't accept this from a person, don't do that, or if you're unhealed, if this is that, blah, 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 blah. And I feel like the last time I saw her was, I think she was like telling us a rant or something about how a friend that she had for like 7 years betrayed her and like stole her money. And I'm like, ooh, the ghetto. But she was like, it taught her a valuable lesson or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, girl, go off. But that's the kind of energy, like story times could be a thing as well for you. That's definitely a thing. And here we have love, new love. Okay, and then the other one when we split the deck is news and messages. So it's giving DMs, always be full of romantic suitors, okay? Doesn't have to be true for them to think it's true, okay? We have wheel, and that's why, that's how it usually does be sometimes. Like, they're always, these guys are like, oh, this person probably has so many DMs, I'm not going to be another one of the men who's in her DMs, which leads to nobody being your DMs, and nobody really even being your DMs for real. They just think that, and if every guy thinks that, I'm not going to reach out to say nothing, you're never going to have no messages, shots. It's very ghetto. That's what I've seen, okay? People are like, oh my gosh, your DMs must be full, or you must, like, have people banging on your door. No. No, because because if every guy is thinking that, no one is making the move. Which is why I'm like, maybe not. Maybe you're the person that will win her heart, the guys. And I'm talking to the guys that are thinking this way. And unless you do say something or be the person that's like in the DMs, you'll never know. You know? But hold on. I'm trying to skip over what I got. It's the wheel that came out for you guys. I know where it went. I'm like, I know it came out. The wheel is endings and beginnings. And then we have transformation coming through here. So there is something here about changes. I'm going from one thing to the next. Maybe weight loss journeys or healing journeys or something that you talk about on your dating profile or something like that. Or they're thinking of like endings and beginnings with you for whatever reason, which is a death card, period. Scorpio energy. It's like giving me how you see someone and you know they're going to be your future person. Because you just know sometimes when you know, you know. That could be the energy of what that is giving. They just know. Okay. What else can you tell me about what do men think when they see my group one's dating profile or social media profile? Because not everybody's on dating apps. But this was a cute idea that I got in my last reading, so I wanted to do it. The last reading was what did he think when he followed you? Right? Yes, I think that was the reading. So when your person or whoever you want to think about when watching the reading, what did he think when they followed you? You know, or they, your person. Here we have cat, jealousy and gossip. I think this was coming through. I'm pretty sure this was coming through for whatever reason. Men look at your stuff and they're like, jealous. And it's like, why? But you're definitely giving black cat energy, which do lead men to be hating. If you're not a woman who's like, I'm feeding for attention and wanting to, cater to their every whim. If you're on your own, independent, don't need a man, but may want one, those are the girls they be having beef with. 100%. I do believe that's the girl that I was telling you guys about. I forget her name, honestly, but yeah. She's very much like, I'm not going to just go with any old person. You have to be adding to my life, not subtracting, not dividing. If you're not adding or multiplying, what are we doing here? And those are the girls that guys be mad at. They don't need men, don't be running after them, be begging them, be dealing with their BS of them wanting to date this person and that person, friends with benefits, all that kind of stuff. Certain people have certain standards. And you're definitely giving someone who has standards. And they're either mad at it or ready to hop in your DMs and change your whole life. With this endings and beginnings, they're ready to not be single no more, child, okay? With the love and romance or new love coming through, and then the birds, the news and messages. They're ready to hop in your DMs and, get you or be mad at you. Because you're doing better than them, is the vibe that's coming through. Or people who are coming and viewing your profiles like, oh, she thinks she's too good for anybody, which is like a very idiotic thing to say if you don't know someone personally. Unless someone is actively saying that on their profile, like, I'm too good for these people out here. There's no reason for you to think that just because you're placing your projections onto them. It's very ghetto. But yeah, that's how would be happening sometimes. Shuffle these here. What do men think when they view my group one's dating profile or social media profile? Maybe you're dripped down in diamonds and gold and jewels. And they're like, oh, she's too uppity for me. She's too high maintenance. Here we have a win-win. So some people have some sense, and they're definitely saying it's going to be a win-win situation when you have someone who has a good head on their shoulders. They care about the world. They care about the people they're with. They have a job, which is very important. Okay, they have a job. They have their head on their shoulders, like I said. They know how to have a good time. They have their own friends. Like all these things, like check, check, check. You don't want somebody who don't have no friends because then you become their whole life. Okay. You don't want someone who don't have a job because then they're gonna be broke. Okay. You don't want someone with no self-esteem at all because you're gonna be constantly having to reassure them. Some people do want someone with no low self-esteem, but that's different. This person who's coming through is win-win. It's like, I'm good, you're good, let's be good together. Is the energy coming through? Okay. Here we have dearest wishes come true. This immediately gave me, I heard princess treatment. So that's the kind of vibe you're like attracting with some of these guys. Other ones are jealous and gossip. Okay, jealousy and gossipy. Okay, and it could be guys who are more feminine as well. Either whether they like men or they like women, it doesn't matter. You're in your feminine when you're jealousy and catty with someone. Period. So their wishes come true. That is that you're the person they've been looking for, a vibe with the nourishment. They know that you're going to add to their life and not subtract, So they're thinking the same things that you're thinking when you're looking for someone. Like, okay, I need someone who's going to be there, who has a job, who loves themselves, who has friends, okay, who has some kind of standards, who holds themselves to a certain standard. And it's like, okay, here we go. Win-win. And now my wish should come true. Here we have tough it out. Interesting. Tough it out. They may be willing to tough it out for you or be the big dog. Because, it's like, I don't want a puppy. I want a big dog. It's giving that vibe with this one right here. That's what they're trying to be. The big dog. What do men think when they visit my group one's social media profile or dating profile? You have an alien encounter. There's not many women like you. Okay, it's giving, like I say it so many times, but it's like one of my favorite parts of Mulan. Okay, the emperor is telling Shang, like, what are you doing? Why are you letting her go? You don't meet a girl like her every dynasty. Okay, there's a reason Mulan is one of probably my favorite Disney movie, because Mulan knew her worth. She was not in the army looking for no man. She did everything the honorable way. Okay, what I mean, you know what I mean? And she was also keeping up with the men. Okay, she went to train. They were none the wiser that she was actually a woman until she got injured. They had to, patch her up a little bit. But they had no idea. She was doing everything just like the men were doing it, which is given that you guys are definitely, holding your own against these men in a men-dominated field, or you're someone who's successful, have your life together, and they're just like, okay, this person's like a team player, or they can add to my life, like I said, or multiply it, make it better. They can nourish it, transform it, give me, I'm ending something in my life, my singlehood or singledom, to become someone who's in a relationship, but they're essentially going to be adding it. And I'm not thinking of it as an ending. I'm thinking of it as a new beginning, essentially, that kind of thing you invoke in people, okay? But this alien encounter is like, you don't meet a girl like her dynasty, okay? Who came to the army to help her father so he wouldn't have to do it. Most girls would be like, I'm not going to the army. He can go and die. You know what I mean? They're just selfish. They only think about themselves. They would not sacrifice themselves in that way to help their father stay alive. But you would. And that's something that comes through, in your dating profile, whether you talk about your father or loving up on him or your family or being very loyal, just the way you post and what you say, and it kind of comes through, it rings true, all these things about you. I'm just like, oh wow, I've never met someone like this before that has these kinds of views. Like, oh, it's like a 1 in a million kind of energy, because all these other girls are just after people for money and this and that, and just to play games, and no one's looking for anything serious. And then they meet you or see your profile, it's like, oh, maybe she is looking for something serious, She is working on herself. She is out there still having fun. She's not someone who is working and never not having any time to play and just like, boring, or, she's definitely someone who knows how to have like a well-rounded kind of life. or this person. You don't have to be a she. Like, my hands is really ashy. This is really not cute. Like, at all. This winter really did a number on my skin, guys. Because let us get some dice and see what's coming through. Okay. We have first house. Yes. So your sense of self and your character definitely shines through your profile. And it's like a strong character. Okay. You lead by example kind of thing. You're very independent. I don't think you're a solitary creature. You are a social creature, because the first card that came out is like you're a fun time. Okay, you know how to have a good time. Okay, that was coming through with the first house. Is definitely your personality, who you are as a person, your body, your physical body is coming through as well, because that's first house energy. Okay, and then of course we have Venus. Where is that? There she is. Of course, we have Venus. It makes a lot of sense. You're beautiful, gorgeous, very feminine, you know. I do believe even though you may have like a more masculine side and can keep or hold your own against the masculines, you still have that feminine side, which is what, like I said, why you are coming through as an alien, okay? But Venusian is like someone who's very abundant, someone who's very beautiful, someone who's very successful, someone who gets a lot of male attention, okay? Someone who's good at getting what they want, okay? Someone who's living like a very well-rounded, nice life. Because Venus, when Venus is touching on any part of your chart, it's giving success, it's giving fame, it's giving spotlight, it's giving money, okay? It's giving, like Empress energy, where you just get whatever you want. You know, I'm trying to describe it, but I'm like, we're just gonna go with Empress energy, you know? Wherever you go, things grow and thrive, and people want to give you. And I heard Princess treatment. Yeah, absolutely. Venus it represents like fun and just good times. Keep the good times rolling. So you're just a good time in general. Here we have 2, which is Gemini energy. Okay, so very intelligent, very smart, likes intellectual conversations. Your voice is important. You use your voice whenever you can. You speak up for yourself is what I'm getting as well. You could be someone who could be a little picky. Okay, because Gemini always gives me very picky vibes. You could be someone who's like a little, like, I don't want to say two-faced, that's not the vibe that I'm getting, but it's like, duality is what I always get when Gemini comes out. It's like there's 2 distinct parts of you that this person can see. From what they can see, there's 2 sides to you. Maybe the more serious work person and then the having fun, playful person. Like, there's 2 sides that come through your social media profile. As well as your intelligence, but you could also be someone who's very intelligent but also goofy and always telling jokes and very funny, because Geminis tend to be funny as well. And very talkative. You talk a lot. Very chatty. Okay, we have Sagittarius. This is that traveling vibe that was coming through with the 3 of Wands. They like to travel, have a good time, go out. You know, if you're making money, you definitely have a good time, but you're not spending it all in one place. Okay, that's the energy coming through. You're also very wise. You like to explore, get to know people, ask the deep questions, ask the philosophical questions. Like, what is a philosophical question? I remember I was watching an episode of Charmed, right? And I believe it was like a precursor to the episode, because they were asking like questions. What was the question? If you now I'm blanking. How rude. Okay. So if you were, so your sisters were burning in a burning house and 10 people were burning in the burning house, who would you save? And at the beginning of the episode, the girls are immediately like, my sister, of course. Like, but they're like, you would save one person as opposed to saving 10 people's lives? And they're like, yes, that's my sister. We're doing it. Like, okay, no questions asked. And then the more we're watching the episode, the charmed ones are supposed to be the paragons of positivity and light and everything that's good in the universe, helping innocence, okay? And this specific episode was about the end of the world, I believe it was, like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, and how they were trying to bring about the end of the world, and somehow they included one of their sisters being sacrificed. So they had to sacrifice their sister for the greater good of the world. So it's either they save their sister and the world ends, or they save their sister is like sacrificed and the world is saved. And it's funny how just the beginning of the episode, right, how convenient, they were asking them, like, if they were in a burning house, who would you save, 10 civilians or your sisters? And they said, my sisters, no questions asked. And by the end of the episode, they had like a crisis where they ended up having to sacrifice their sister. She didn't die, of course, but it was just like a question of their ethics or philosophy, stuff like that. Those kind of important questions are the questions you're asking them. Like, if your family was burning on, how would you save your whole family, or would you save 100 people? If you were able to save 100 people versus your family, who would you save? You know, and those are the kind of questions y'all asking. I don't like that, because mind your business. How about that? Like, who asked that? Of course, someone's going to be more inclined to save their family. What do you mean? Like, but those are the questions that they were asking that episode, and those are the questions coming through, those philosophical questions, okay? Now, we also have Mercury, which is Gemini, coming through again. It's funny how I wanted to mention Virgo, because I don't know why I just thought of Virgo at the beginning of the reading, so I wanted to mention it, and it kind of came through with this card here. I don't know what it was about, you guys, that was giving Virgo. I don't know, just the vibe you were giving off. I'm like, it's giving very Virgo for me, you know, very perfectionist. You think things through. I think it was that portion of the reading where I'm like, you think things through. You don't jump into things very easily. You know, it's giving demure, mindful. I thought of Virgo, okay? So I didn't say it, but I'm saying it now because we have Mercury, which is confirming the presence of Virgo, and Gemini, which you already got, okay? So definitely communication. You talk really fast. You're good with computers. You process information really well. You're a problem solver is also a vibe that's coming through. So you could work in problem solving or things like that, okay? Mercury, yeah, very fast moving, okay? Has to do with communication, messages. And it's funny how we had the birds kind of trying to come through in that deck. News and messages, that could be a thing. You're always like, you work in a profession where you're always handling delicate information or personal information, and that's what people know you for, as the person who, oh, if you need to know something about someone, ask them. My group ones, they know. So very intelligent, high intellect, okay? And the last dice we have here is the 10th house, so that's career coming through once again. And I already told you guys you had mostly pentacles come out for your reading, so your job and your career is very important to you, or it's just very important in general, okay? Yeah, your reputation is what you have a reputation. I'm hearing your reputation precedes you. So there could be something about people already knowing you, or it's kind of giving me, when you go to someone's profile, you're like, I feel like I've seen you before, or, oh, so this is the person my friends kept telling me to check out that I didn't want to check out. You know, they're like, oh, check this person out. They have really good content, or they make really good points. And you're like, yeah, whatever. I'll get around to it. And they finally go to your profile and it's like, oh, wow, this is the person, or. What I'm hearing is, I think you would really get along with this person. I think you should go out with them, you know, matchmaking vibes. And I'm like, no, I'm not really looking to date right now. Or no, you know, you don't trust your friends sometimes to find people who you find attractive, because your friends are your friends and you're you. You kind of know what you want and like better than your friends do sometimes, okay? And your friend or coworker's like, you should definitely meet my group number one. They would be perfect for you, you know what I mean? And you tell them, or they tell people tell people all about you. They tell that person all about you. And like, oh yeah, they cool, whatever. But they never get around to looking up your profile or reaching out to you and asking you out. And then one day they're either scrolling or they finally sit down and look you up, and they're just like, oh, this is what my friends kept telling me to look up. They might be right. They might be right. You know what I mean? She's my type. You know, we would get along kind of energy once they start scrolling through your profile or going through your profile, period. I mean, dating profile or social media profile. They're scrolling through, looking at what you post, what you do, and things like that. And it's like, oh, okay, this is the kind of person I can see myself with. 10th house. So that's the kind of thing reputation is kind of giving me here. 10th house as well. But it's definitely giving you have a reputation, or people know you for something, or you could have like a platform or a business, and by word of mouth is how things get around, and people are like, oh, like my friend are telling you that you're really good at this. Like, you know, for example, you make things, you make really good portraits, you take pictures, and you're just like, I'm book my group number ones, they're gonna get you right, I promise. And it's like, no, it's fine, I'll find my own person. And then when they finally can't find nobody, they finally look up your profile. Oh, this is what they were telling me about. You are actually good, you know? How sometimes you don't trust word of mouth until you check it out yourself and see, oh, maybe they were right, okay? That's what that 10 of Pentacles, I mean, not 10 of Pentacles, but that came through very weirdly. That's what that 10 is giving me. 10 of Pentacles, yeah, it's giving house and home. It's giving generational wealth. It's giving money. It's giving stable house and career, okay? Your own house, your own thing, you own that, you know? You own something. You own something. Is what I wanted to say. I feel like I was saying you own something. You own something. Okay? But yeah, it's definitely giving a win-win come with you. But I'll leave you reading right here. I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you'd ever like to book a personal reading with me, excuse me, you could always get in contact with me. Use my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 2s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 2, option 2, number 2, however you got here, welcome. Today's reading is going to be about what do men think when they see your dating profile if you don't have a dating profile and your social media profile, okay? This is a spin-off of a reading that was recommended or asked, for, and it was like, what did he think when he followed you? And that reading inspired me to do what did he think, or your person, whoever, think when they see your dating profile, your social media profile if you don't have a dating profile, okay? So let's see what comes through for you guys. Group 1 was very interesting. My hands are ashy. Mind your business, okay? I'm going to try to keep them out of the camera. But if it comes through, it comes through. I hate to lotion my hands and then use cards because then the cards get all sticky. It's travesty. It's a whole thing. So we're going to get into the reading. Thank you for being here. Okay, let's see. So one thing about you, QB, is you're very polite, okay? Because I didn't say thank you to group 1. I didn't say thank you for being here, group 1. I just said, let's get into it, okay? So the fact that I'm saying thank you for you guys means that you guys can be like very polite. Yeah, polite kids, individuals. Let me stop. Maybe you have polite kids. You have like a lot of manners. Yeah, 5 of Cups. Okay, we're gonna, sorry. I just want to come through group 1 and then want to come through again. Like, I don't like 5 of Cups energy. If it comes out again, I'll take it. Here we have 9 of Cups. Interesting. Okay. So you're definitely giving wish fulfillment. Okay. I'm hearing, how can I describe what I'm feeling? I heard something, but I felt it. So I don't know what I heard. Like when you have a good thing right in front of you, but you can't see it. Like in the movies, there's the girl best friend that was there the whole time, but the guy was too busy chasing after the next girl, and then he realizes he had a good thing in front of him the whole time, and there was no need for him to be chasing nobody else, and then he finds that he loves the person. That's kind of just coming through here. So that could be like, I think that's like girl next door, best friend kind of energy, okay? Or you're just too polite or too nice or too whatever. That they're like, oh no, they want the girl that's like racy and the girl that's like a little dangerous, or the girl that's gonna put them through the heartache. They don't want the nice girl, the kind girl, the very sweet girl who's gonna always be there for them. They don't want that. They want the girl who's gonna keep them on their toes and put them through hell so they can complain for the rest of their life. My heart was broken by this one girl and I don't trust women no more. That's what they want. Okay? They want you to put them through the ringer. They want you to stress them out. And you're the kind of person who would take care of them instead and be accommodating and be nice and care for them. And they don't want that. You know what I mean? That's the kind of energy this 9 of Cups is giving me. Because for whatever reason, the 9 of Cups is usually someone sitting with it usually is a 9 of Cups sitting behind the person, but he seems to be way more ahead of the cups than he usually is in the other Rider-Waite tarot, like the traditional one. Because we usually have 9 cups behind a guy, and he's sitting there admiring all his cups, like, yeah, I want all these awards. This was giving me, I have all of this that I want, like, behind me, but I can't see it, Child, yes, definitely giving those oblivious men in the movies that have everything they could want right in front of them for their whole life, and then they're just like, I'm sorry I didn't see you. Shut up. And just kiss the girl and treat her right. How about that? Piss me off. Anyway, what else is coming through? We have Ace of Cups. Yeah, so you're definitely a very caring individual. Okay? I'm also hearing you're very graceful. I'm hearing Grace Kelly. So some of you could like resemble Grace Kelly, or you like Grace Kelly, or your personality resembles hers. And I do believe she was a princess as well as an actress, I believe. Yes, she was an American actress and a Princess of Monaco. she married into how rude. I forget that she died so tragically. She was so little. Um, yeah. She married into royalty. I'm sorry, I got distracted. I got sad for a second. It's like, yeah, she was like the it girl, the girl next door, but also like very refined, very graceful, very queenly, and things like that. That's the kind of vibe you guys are giving. Regal is the perfect word. And now I'm thinking of the movie theater Regal. The Regal Theater is. But yeah, like very beautiful, but girl in a girlish kind of way, where it's like, oh, she's too sweet and too innocent for me. Is the kind of energy coming through. Like I said, they want the troubled girl. They don't want the girl that has her stuff together. She gonna help you in the darkest times. You know, they want that troublemaker, or the girl that uses them and abuses them. Okay, but you're the kind of girl who like has like I'm seeing her right now. 'Cause I looked her up. Like has like a very endearing, sweet, girly smile. But then there are other pictures where she looks like very womanly and alluring, you know? So maybe when you're with them, you give them the girlish part of you, or I don't know what I'm saying, because this is supposed to be someone, just a regular man. What do they think? So maybe have like a very girlish smile. Okay? I'm getting into like maybe you're girlish with them. You're not supposed to know them. Okay? So maybe in your profile, you're giving off your more girlish side. Okay? But you do have that cat like energy, but you don't show it off to the public. So it's giving lady in the streets, but a freak in the streets kind of vibe, where you don't show that side of you until you know someone better. And of course, if this is your friend, or you're coming off as someone who's friendly, or the guys who want the girls who are immediately frisky and, you know, tempting off the bat, who's like wearing half their clothes and whatever, that's the girls they're going for. And you're the opposite, that you're fully clothed but you're still have this allure and this regality to you, you know? And they don't want that. They want the trouble, like I've been saying. But that's the kind of vibe you're giving off. Okay, you keep it like mindful, demure, or whatever. You keep it very graceful, okay? In public, with when behind closed doors, you could be doing some things, flips and tricks and stuff. But how would they know if they don't give you a chance? Who knows? But you definitely come through as someone who's very caring. You care about people. You're very sweet, you know, kind. There's something here about you, like you seem just like full of emotion and just like I want to give you a big old hug. Is the kind of vibe coming through for you guys, and that's like I said, not what they men usually gravitate towards, especially since they like to be like ghetto, you know, and they're only looking for one thing. They're not looking for sweet. They're looking for a good time. I should keep it at that. Okay. Oh my. You have Seven of Pentacles. You come through as someone who's hardworking. You put a lot of work or time and effort into the things you care about, which just keeps coming through with the Seven of Cups. Not Seven of Cups. What am I saying? I'm just saying things now. That's weird. With the Nine of Cups and the Ace of Cups. And so far, we have like two cups on the table, which means like you're just so full of charm and emotion and grace, you know, and optimism maybe. You know, you just meet people who are just so sweet and nice, and you just never want to see anything bad happen to them. And you know, that's the kind of energy you're giving off, which is why like they're not seeing you in this sexual way. They're just seeing you in like a very girlish way. And I'm like, okay, so like girls can get down to sure. Anywho, yeah, Seven of Pentacles, definitely you put a lot of time and energy to the things you care about, into your job, into your work, into your family, into your friends, that kind of thing. Okay, that's how you're coming through in your profile, dating profile. Okay. And look who got the king? Who got to be a princess? Her, not them other people. Okay. So you're definitely giving yeah, it's definitely giving Princess Diana, lady of the people. She was a people's princess, child. It don't matter what the royal family did to her or said about her. The people was writing for her. Okay? People still mad to this day about what happened to her, me included. Okay, the people's princess, very, no matter what was happening to her, she was always there for people. She cared, had a really big heart. Okay, so somehow, some way, that's coming through your dating profile. Like, of course, you're not taking out your heart and showing it to them, but it's like some of the things that you do or what you say or just the vibe you give off when they're looking at your profiles. That's what you're giving. Okay, yeah, just sweet. Not one of the questions they ask him on Google is, Did Frank Sinatra have a fling with Grace Kelly? Can y'all mind y'all business? Let me see what they said, though, 'cause I'm nosy. Rumors and speculation abound. Um, People are so rude, but there's no definite proof that their relationship went beyond friendship. Huh. People are nosy. Sure. Anywho, let me mind my business, because who's asking these things? People are nosy as heck. Anything else that was coming through? Because I really got distracted. So people can get distracted. And like I said, they get so distracted in other things and gossip and drama. Look at me. Got caught up in my own web. They're not focused on you. They get lost sometimes. You get lost in all of the melee and drama sometimes, Interesting. You see how that played out? Anyway, next card we have is Three of Pentacles. Yeah. You're the person people wanna. You're the lab partner everybody wants to be lab partners with, because you're the smartest girl in the class, and you let people cheat off of you, and you do all the work, and you let people like maybe run you over. So it's definitely giving too nice. That's definitely an archetype in out here in the streets, and that's what you guys are giving my group twos. Slap somebody up. I was gonna say spit in somebody's face. Please don't do that, especially at my behest. I didn't say that. Okay. Just get crazy sometimes. That you're coming off as like too nice, and that's never a good thing, because that's like people take advantage of you. There's Three of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, and it's just like you do so much for others. It's like giving philanthropic. You take care of the kids. You take care of the pets. You take care of the thing. Everybody's always like not dropping on you, but like dumping on you is the word. Maybe you get along with kids very easily. You get along with animals, and you're the kind of person at the party who's playing with the kids and playing with the animals, but you're not even playing with the adults. So people are seeing you like as childlike and innocent vibes that are coming through for you guys. But you still have like a very womanly, worldly, classy kind of beauty about you. Classic beauty is the vibe that's coming through. And I'm hearing this song by freaking it's a Fall Out Boy. She's an American beauty. I'm an American psycho. She's an American beauty. I'm an American psycho. Something like that. So you're the American beauty, the all American beauty, and they're the American psycho. That's funny. But that song is coming through. And then we have the Six of Swords. Look, the person that's always, walking away from things and healing and taking the higher road and not causing confusion. It's also giving peace, light, and pixie dust and love and light. Nah, you gotta start, bleeping things up. Okay, group two. That's what they think of. Like, oh, the person who's going to help them heal and hold their hand and pray with them and bring them food, and the girl at the service who's very heavily involved in the church. Like, this is the vibe that you guys are giving me. And I'm pretty sure that that's like me channeling vicariously through the people who are viewing your profile. So you're always there to lend a helping hand, okay? You always get roped into decorating for all the functions because your friend asked you to do it and they don't help you at all. That's the vibe that's coming through. There's a specific show or movie where that happened. There's the girl that doesn't know how to say no to people. She's just too nice, and she gets roped into like decorating the whole prom because she couldn't say no. And then the person who she was supposed to help do it didn't even show up. Like, that has to have played out many a time in many shows and movies. So I can't pinpoint a specific movie or a show right now, but that's definitely a trope that I've seen play out, or a scene. Like, you get roped into doing all the hard work and no one else helps you or something like that. How rude. Okay, let's see what else is coming through. But you are definitely a very healing person. People love to be around you because of your warmth, okay? But they're not seeing you in like a romantic light. They're not like wanting to rip your clothes off, which is like, maybe some people don't want that kind of love. That's okay. We have a lot of pentacles coming through so far. So you're very stable, very grounded, very down to earth, okay? We have an Eight of Wands. Interesting. Yeah, you're always maybe you're like a sporty person as well. I'm hearing Sporty Spice, okay? Or Scary Spice, one of those. Or both. Or Posh Spice. I thought you could be all the spices at this point. I believe it was sporty, scary, posh, and what's the other spice? Sporty, scary, posh, and now I gotta look it up. Mm-mm. Hold on. There it is. I don't know, was it only 3 of them? No, there was like 4 or 5 of them girls. Tell me the names. There was 5 of them and I only know 3. That's crazy to me. Posh Spice, Sporty Spice, Baby Spice, Scary Spice, and Ginger Spice. I don't know, forgot about Ginger Spice and Baby Spice, child. So maybe your archetype is coming through as the 3 that I remembered. Because I'm not really a Spice Girls girl. But I know of them, you know? So you're giving Posh Spice, Sporty Spice, and Scary Spice. Those are your archetypes. The Baby Spice and Ginger Spice wasn't really coming through for y'all. You know, that's it. But it's like giving me very fast. You're always there to help people. I'm a helping hand, reliable. And yeah, you're always running. If someone needs help, you're to the rescue, you know? It's giving Captain Save-A-Ho vibes. Not as an insult. Maybe as an insult. I don't know yet. But that's how they're viewing your profile, your dating profile right now. Because it's coming out under the 9 of Cups, and it's someone who's always there to give you what you want necessarily, but it doesn't mean that you're getting what you want in the situation, but you're giving people what they want, you know? It's like accommodating, no backbone is the kind of vibe coming through, and I don't mean to sound, I'm not trying to be like saying this like a bad thing. That's what's coming through. Okay, relax. So how do men view their social media profiles or their dating profiles? They don't have social media profiles or dating profiles. How they're viewing them in general. We have 3 of Swords. Ooh. Okay, so it said it wanted to be in reverse. I wasn't really taking reversals today, but the way it fell in reverse is crazy. 3 of Swords, I'm like, you're not giving heartbreaker energy. You're definitely giving someone who helps heal or mend a broken heart. So I do believe you're giving, like I said, the girl in the movie who is the best friend, who always has to deal with the main male character's crap until he realizes that she's the one who wants to be with, you know? So men could think they could use and abuse you, you know, and get away with it. It's the vibe coming through. Don't play in my group to his face like that. The next card we have is 2 of Cups. So they do see you with relationship material, but it's giving, you know what and this is, I haven't thought about this in forever, but it's coming through right now. So for example, I know the internet is not her best friend right now, but Tamara Mowry, okay, when she used to be on The Real, I do believe she used to be like talking about her past dating history. And she was like how it always used to make her feel less than in high school and when she first started college. How the guys would never give her the time of day. They would never look at her. They would never want to date her. And she realized later on down the line, or maybe because someone told her, that she's wife material. So these little boys who are in college looking for, you know, wham bam, thank you ma'ams, or one night stands, knows they're not going to get it from the wifey girl because she's looking to be wifed up. She's not looking to be the fling or the girlfriend or friends with benefits or one night stand. She's not looking for that. So the guys are not even going to give her the time of day or pay attention to her because they already know instinctually, like, hey, she deserves something better or she's immediately going to demand something better because she knows her worth kind of energy, you know? Crazy. But it resonated with me. I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So all my girls who are like the late bloomers, you could be coming through as the late bloomers who didn't really, you know, come into your own until later on in life. Didn't start dating until later on in life, but it gave you time to learn more about yourself and know exactly what you want, who you are as a person. So it ended up benefiting you in the long run, you know, as opposed to the other girls who are just out there being fast and running around and doing whatever they wanted. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Everyone has their own journey. Okay, I'm not judging at all, but it's just there's 2 kinds of girls, probably more than 2 kinds of girls, but there's the girls who were like, you know, getting into things early, and then there were the girls who were late bloomers, you know? And then Tamara didn't even end up getting married until she was like late 20s, I believe, or early 30s. And she found her husband. He was like the first person she was with, supposedly. She says that. But I'm pretty sure she's like very chaste, like chastity belt or chaste, because she was like, grew up in the church with a black family and they like to kind of, don't be too fast. Don't be out here with all these boys. They like to push that narrative onto you as someone who grew up in a black family. I know. That leads to women being late bloomers even more because their family shames them for talking to boys or having guy friends and stuff like that. So you're just really secluded, only hanging out with your girlfriends. And then when it's time for you to date men, it's like, oh, I don't even know what to do or what to expect or how to make them treat me. So you kind of stay single for longer as well. But like I said, it also gives you time to get to know yourself. So when you are ready to start dating, you know exactly what you're going to tolerate and what you're not going to tolerate, what you're looking for, what you're not looking for, you know? And that's coming through for whatever reason. How Tamara was like, I was always the girl. Guys were telling me, "Oh, you're wife material. You're wife material." So it led her to be single, or no one wanted to date her seriously because they knew that she was looking for something serious, or she's the kind of girl you make a wife and not a girlfriend for now or whatever. You know, that's the vibe coming through for y'all. Okay, that's what's coming through. Two of Cups. You're the relationship kind of girl, not the girl who's gonna look for a good time, the good time girl. You know. Which makes sense because this is coming out under the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, you put a lot of time and effort into your relationships, okay? I don't know what is up with these cards and the way they draw the booties. Because they always just draw me in like, why her booty looks so plump in here? Tell me why. There's a tarot card or a lady in a tarot card that's such a plump booty. Why? It's very prominent. For what? Sure. Piss me off. Every time. It happened in the other reading as well. I'm like, why? They're supposed to be cartoon characters. Stop it. Okay? But yeah, that's coming through. Nothing else, not the front, just the back. So that could be something that's prominent for not people of you. For those of you who are masculines, who are interested in masculines, your front is coming through. And your, what do they call it? For women, it's called the camel toe. And is it like moose knuckles for guys? That's coming through for y'all. So you gotta have a print, okay? That's coming through. We're gonna leave it there. But yeah, this Two of Cups clarifying the Seven of Pentacles is you're in it for the long run. You're in here to invest, okay? And investing means you put money somewhere to grow and get bigger and better, okay? And it's gonna take time for it to grow, but you're willing to put in the time and energy it takes to help it grow. And that's what the Seven of Pentacles clarified by the Two of Cups is giving me. You're willing to put the time necessary and needed to make a relationship thrive and be healthy. The way she's sitting here waiting for the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles for her crops to grow, okay? So you're patient, okay? I'm hearing love is patient, love is kind. So that could be coming through as well. Now we have a Knight of Swords. Interesting. Yes, that's the vibe that I'm getting. You're definitely someone who's like demanding what you deserve and you're not expecting anything less, which is why if you do have a guy friend who's like, oh, like I don't really know what I want, if you do like them, you're not going to be waiting around for them. You're going to be off living your life and doing you, boo, you know? The Knight of Swords is very much that energy. You're demanding what you want. You're very assertive. You are very straightforward. You're very blunt, okay? You're very honest. And you're not someone's going to be lying to them or, you know, telling them something you don't feel or, you know, making things up to appease them. You're telling them the honest to God truth. And that's it. A Knight of Swords is also someone who is like witty and funny and banter back and forth, you know, which is why you may come off like one of the guys because no one is really looking for that. But I do believe you build like camaraderie that way by teasing and joking and telling jokes and being witty, and the banter back and forth is what you are kind of giving. And it's funny how this is coming out to clarify the Three of Pentacles. So it's giving when you're in group settings, you're the one keeping the mood light by telling jokes or cracking jokes, or what do they call it? Flaming somebody or roasting somebody, or, you know, stuff like that, which is why you're giving like one of the guys essentially. Interesting. But yeah, you know how to give it as well as you can take it, you know. So it's giving, if someone is trying to, you know, roast you roast them right back. You're not going to let them, you know, make you feel inferior any kind of way, which is why you may have like a overly masculine side, but when it comes to relating with men, you know, if you're one of the guys, you know. And I just thought of the girl from what's her name from the show Love Is Blind, but the UK version, where I think her name was like Demi. I'm pretty sure it was Demi, and she was with Ollie, and when they were in the pods, she was telling Ollie how all the people in her life always friend zone her. All the guys in her life always friend zone her and call her one of the guys when they're asking like, oh, so why are you single and what problems and issues have you had? That keeps coming up in dating, and she's like, I'm just one of the guys, you know. And I'm not 100% sure if that's an issue she ended up having with Ollie. I don't believe so. I believe he was attracted to her and he saw her as more than one of the guys, but you never know in those shows because those guys be fronting when the when the doors open. Oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. Then 5 episodes later, I'm just not attracted to you. You know, they be full of mess. Okay, so you never know if that first thing that they say when they meet the girl, oh yeah, she's so attractive, if they're telling the truth or not. They be lying. Okay, as men do. Let me stop. Everybody lies. Okay. But that's the vibe that's coming through. But she was over there. She was gorgeous and she was like beautiful and she was like thick and she was tall and she was like, like a very beautiful girl. I'm like, friend zone where? Why? You know, it didn't make sense to me. But then like when it was time for Ollie to meet her friends, she had bare guy friends. Like literally all guy friends. And I'm like, girl, I see what you mean now. And the guy friends were cute. I'm like, girl, none of them snatched you up yet. And I guess it's because she was being like one of the guys. And if a guy is seeing you as a guy, they're not going to want to be with you if they're attracted to girls. So I feel like when she came into the pods and was talking to Ollie and she was already of course she sounds like a woman. She's behind the wall. They can't see each other. She's not like doing any mannerisms that are giving guy friend and, being maybe dapping them up or, talking about sports and stuff like that. She's not giving any of those vibes to him through a wall. He wouldn't be able to pick up on that. She was just being vulnerable, being open, and she's a woman. She sounds like a woman, So his brain is saying that's a woman, Oh no, not Mulan coming through freaking again, bro. I can't with me. Like, a woman. I'm done. Okay. And look, I was using a Mulan example in group 1, but it was completely different from you guys. So how Mulan was so able to blend in with the guys. At first, it was hard for her. Then the more she was training with them, sleeping with them, eating with them, she was able to assimilate into a guy. Her voice was, you know what I mean? And the way she was training with them and, she was doing better than them, that's kind of energy you assimilate to like the men and you become one of them. And it's hard for them to differentiate between you and one of the guys, even if you are a full-blown red-blooded female, Like I said, Ollie, I don't think he had much trouble looking at her as a female because they didn't start off as friends. They immediately started off as, we're trying to find love out here in these streets, okay? But that's what's coming through for y'all. I want a whole tangent to come back to that. But yeah, Mulan is definitely coming through. She was able to assimilate with the men. She was able to become one of the guys. They definitely had mad respect for her because whatever a man could do, she could do better in that movie. Okay? So that can be a thing for y'all. Just saying. And wow, this card came out fast. We have 2 of Wands. This is giving me stuck between 2 things. Or stuck between a rock and a hard place. So kind of coming back to that whole thing, you can either be one or the other, okay? Because the Ace of Wands is desire. It's attraction. It's, tension. It's build up. The Ace of Wands. The 2 of Wands is like, I don't know which one to choose. There's 2 here. Is she a woman or is she my friend? Is she this or is she that? We don't know. So this is kind of giving me the vibe of somebody like going back and forth. Okay? And the fact that she's holding, her eyes are closed, first and foremost, and she's holding the world in her hands. Even though she has these 2 wands there, she wants more. And the 2 of Wands is making a decision of what you want to pursue. A friendship or more. And the 3 of Wands is you having already made that decision and moving forward with what you decided to do. Right here is giving friend or lover. Which one is it going to be? I can't have both. Friends with benefits? No, she's not going to deal with that. She wants me to be one or the other. So they decide to be friend, if they can't, or they don't feel like they're able to give you what they want to give you, if that makes sense, And this is coming out to clarify the 6 of Wands. So yeah, moving forward, deciding that it's better to be a friend than to risk losing you altogether because that's how great you are to them or how much you mean to them is the kind of thing coming through. But the Ace of Cups coming out, period, is definitely giving warm feelings. It's definitely giving love. It's giving affection, okay? It's giving infatuation. But then when it comes to getting to know you more, then we get to the end of the spread, which is the 2 of Wands. Now we have to decide which road you want to take. if you want to be more than friends or if you want to just be friends. And it just depends what this person, this man viewing your profile will choose. Okay? It's going to be different for everyone. But yeah, very assertive. You like to get what you want. So in certain ways you're masculine, in other ways you're feminine, okay? Because that was definitely coming through in the reading. The Eight of Wands is also giving me you're kind of a whirlwind. People definitely get caught up in your energy, especially because it's coming out to clarify the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is a wish come true. You find someone that you see everything. You could talk sports, you could talk shop, you could talk whatever with, you could talk, other things, adult things, 18 plus things with this person. And then you just want to kind of run with it, Is the energy coming through here? So that could be something. Some guys want to snatch you up. That's been coming through a lot in group 1. Well, I've only done 2 readings so far, but group 1, it was like one or the other. They love you or they hate you, And then in this reading, it's like they see you as a perfect woman, of course, but some people are not ready to put in the work that it takes to be with you, so they say friend. And then some of them will be able to, so they want to snatch you up right away, which is why then we have the Ace of Cups, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles putting in the work, Three of Pentacles being partners. Six of Swords moving on and healing together, moving towards calmer waters and less tension and less uncertainty, okay? Then we have Eight of Wands moving quickly with it, whirlwind romance, snatching someone up and tying them down before they're able to leave. Then we have Three of Swords in reverse. We have Ace of Cups, you're falling in love with them because they're never going to break your heart. Three of Cups in reverse. Three of Swords in reverse. Then we have Two of Cups, relationships. It goes from Ace of Cups, I meet you, like you, and then Two of Cups, we're in a relationship farther down the line. Because Ace of Cups came out second, and then we have the Two of Cups that came out eighth. So they just meet you, infatuated with you, like you, then they have to decide, okay, this person's giving relationship material and good friend material, which one do I want to be, okay? Then we have Knight of Swords, she's a little sassy, she can, give it as well as she could take it. She's like one of the guys as well. She's very friendly, whatever, but do I want to experience more or less? Okay, that's the storyline that played out in front of me. What do men think when they see my group 2's profile? We have the Dolphin, playfulness and cooperation. Yeah, you're easy to get along with. Friendly. Really big positive vibes coming through for you guys. Even though people have been trying to come for dolphins more and more lately. Because they said that dolphins be raping people. I'm like, oh, dolphins? You don't gotta say nothing about them leaving now. See you later. They say dolphins? The greatest of the sea? I've never... And that's they get a bad rep now. But dolphins are always seen as playful, nice, very friendly, very smart, very intelligent. You know what I mean? Very pretty. They're gorgeous. They're very smooth. So you can have like really nice smooth skin, And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this sinister story about dolphins came out of nowhere. So like I said, yes, that's what I was saying in the beginning. People think you're all sweet and nice, but they haven't gotten to the sexy siren part of you yet. The part that can be extreme and intense, because they haven't stuck around long enough to have that side come out. So you're the kind of person who maybe wants to keep it slow and start off slow, and then once that you guys move forward a little bit with the Six of Swords, then you're able to be this Eight of Wands immediately after, and and really dive in. Then after the Eight of Wands, you have the Two of Cups. So after you're able to open up and say, yeah, I want to move things forward and be with you, whatever, then we see all this talkative side coming out. Then we see the banter, and we see the sassy and the snarky coming through, the bratty with the Knight of Swords coming through. And then after that, we have the Two of Wands, where they have to go and decide, hey, do I want to shoot my shot and put in the work it takes or not, But yeah, dolphins, they have like this good reputation for the longest time. And then all of a sudden, they started like everybody saying all these things about them. What you mean? We have opportunities in home. Look at that. And this is the gate, right? Exactly. The gate that I was talking about. This Two of Wands, this was definitely giving me a doorway. You can either go here, you can go there. You're choosing between two things. And it was kind of giving me, you have to make your decision and walk through that door. But you can't walk through it until you made your decision, So it's funny how gate came through. That's exactly what I was kind of seeing in the Two of Wands. Now we have opportunities in home. So you have opportunities to be a great friend and then have a home as a friend with you, or have more. And this person becomes even more than you ever dreamed or thought of, because immediately off the bat, they're wifey material. Nine of Cups. you know, immediately off the bat, you feel that with them, but do you want to put in the effort to make it that far with them? It's a decision you have to make. But people do see the relationship material in you because, like I said, Grace Kelly is the first person coming through. It's giving grace. It's giving beauty. It's giving, pure, innocent, but also very regal, graceful, queenly. You're always taking care of people. You're always there for people. And that's always seen as something that's not, oh, well, a guy doesn't want a girl that's too nice. Or some of them don't, okay? I don't want to push that stigma onto every person. But I feel like that's how it has gone. Like the girl that's the video vixen is the one that all the guys are lusting after. But the girl who's like the pretty girl next door who does her job and minds her business and goes to work and, does what she has to do, that's the one nobody's checking for. That's the one that's always perpetually single. But the girl that's out here using men for money and sleeping with them and leaving and hippity hopping from one person and cheating on them, that's the girl that gets all the guys, right? That's how it usually is, in my experience. Now we have abundance and we have luck, the fish. And it's funny how we were talking about fishes, right? We're talking about dolphins, yeah. We have abundance, luck. Like, it's lucky to have found you. I'm hearing Finding Nemo as well, so that could be coming through. I'm trying to figure out. I'm not really the biggest fan of Finding Nemo. I don't like the movie that at all, honestly. It's a cute movie, but it's not my movie, okay? So I'm trying to figure out what was the movie about. Like, Nemo gets lost, and it's about the father deciding to go on this journey to save his son and meeting sharks and Dory and turtles and, and Nemo was just, I think, stuck in this glass aquarium or whatever in this dentist office. And I'm just like, huh? He was caught. And the father just like going on this big journey to help save him, Captain Save-A-Ho type stuff. And he goes on this big journey. And like, maybe that's the kind of energy, that's the Eight of Wands as well, whirlwind. You went from being a simple fish in a simple part of the ocean, taking your son to school, and then all of a sudden he was swept up and gone with the wind, And it's funny how that's like around the time Grace Kelly was popular. I think those movies that were coming out, Gone with the Wind, and I don't know why I'm hearing Sleepless in Seattle. That movie came way later, but that movie's coming through. It's Casablanca and those movies that I'm thinking about. Those old movies where the women are dramatic and the men are chivalrous, and that's the kind of energy you incite in people. Where you're the kind of woman who deserves that kind of man. If the man ain't giving that or not willing to give that, they know not to even give you, waste your time, But yeah, abundance, luck. Finding Nemo was coming through. I have to figure out why. What's the meaning behind this? Now we have the moose. We have acceptance and eccentric. Yeah, so you're unlike any people. Okay, so you're very unique, okay? And there's something I want to say before I forget. I love how you were coming through with sporty spice, posh spice, and scary spice. But in the beginning, scary spice wasn't really coming out. But it came through later in with the Knight of Swords. You're very sassy. You talk back. You hold people accountable for their actions. And that's a part of it that's scary. But it takes you being more comfortable with someone. Or, how can I describe it? If someone is beholden to you or said, I'm in a relationship with you, then you're going to start getting like, hey, you told me this, you told me that, you're going to be home at this time, you said you're going to do this. Now you can start being and going off on them. But until they kind of give themselves to you in that way, you can't get that crazy, And I don't know how men is getting all this from the profile, but hey, we're going to go with it, okay? They know they're going to be happy with you, okay? With the abundance of the luck. They were lucky to find you because not many people like you are out there, That is their wish come true. Their 9 of Cups. Now the moose knuckle is funny. I was talking about moose knuckle, y'all, and look at the moose coming through. Stop it. Okay? But yeah, there's something here about having to accept all your eccentricities, because that can be something as well. They know that you're not like many girls, and they're not going to like beholden themselves to you or pledge themselves to you or tie you down if they know they're not going to be able to give you what you deserve. So they have to get to that point of acceptance, And all this is going on in their mind while trying to figure out if they want to swipe left or right. Which is hilarious to me. Like, do I want to? Should I? But yeah, I think it's like a journey. Like, they know like going with you or being with you is going to be like a journey, okay? I don't know how I got this far. I've been talking this much. Let's keep going. What do they think when they see your profile, dating or otherwise? We have dead end. Okay, so some men immediately know, not for me. That's fine. Keep it pushing, brother. Here we have share the wealth, you're a gift, exactly. And they know that being with you, we have abundance, luck, and then share the wealth. That you're going to make their life better in every single way. Okay, because you're so kind and you're so giving of your time and your energy. You're such a great friend and all these things. Oh, my leg, Jesus Christ. Here we have mere seconds to spare. That's when they get you angry. That's when they become your man. And now all of a sudden you're expecting certain things from them and you're going to be getting really sassy if you don't get it. Okay? Going to be getting real demanding because now you're mine. You say you're going to do that, you know? But then they see that more spicy side to you, but it takes time for it to come out. Here we have twist of fate. Exactly. See, you were the twist that didn't see coming. Like I said, Marlon, I think was Finding Nemo's dad's name, was living a very boring, very monotone life. Take his kid to school, come pick him up, that's it. All of a sudden, one day, something happens to Nemo. He swims too far, or the sharks come and take him, and now he finds himself on this journey of life and loss and finding himself and losing himself and realizing or having to figure out how far he's going to go to get his son back. For you, how far they're going to go to make you happy or earn you or deserve you would be the thing in this case for the relationship, you know? But it went from the boring part of the scene, minding their business, to like on this big whirlwind kind of thing, twist of fate. You weren't expecting it to happen. And that's what this Eight of Wands is. That kind of energy. It just came out of nowhere. You know? Like, where have you been all my life? Like, I swear there used to be this video that was on social media where it's like when you finally meet your soulmate or your person and you walk up to them and start fighting. They're like, where you been all my life? You had me out here in these streets and it's very ghetto out here. You know? That's how this is definitely giving. Like, I had to heal and become this person that I want to be. So maybe like, okay, I do want to be your friend, but then it comes to a point where they want more. They have to decide if they want to do that, you know? That's the kind of vibe that's coming through for y'all. That's what men are thinking or, you know, contemplating in the span of seconds if they want to swipe left or right. We have this whole 40-something minute reading based on what they think of when they think of your profile, okay? The next card we have out is ring, ring, ring. Wow. That's what I'm saying. Y'all are giving wifey energy. And Tamara explained it beautifully. The guys kept telling me I'm wifey material. In college, no one's looking for a wife. But you're going to be everybody's type when they're looking for a wife, though. You know, when they're looking for flings, you're not their type. But they're looking for a wife, you're going to be the one that everybody wants to come back and run to. But you're going to be gone by then. You're going to be snatched up by somebody else, you know? And they were playing and wasting your time. Now let's get into these cards here. I mean, the dice, Lord. Here we have Libra immediately coming through. That's 7th house, long-term relationships, marriage, engagements, if you will. All of that stuff coming through. Legal binding contracts, so prenups, marriage contracts, stuff like that. A equal partner, you know, someone you know is going to give as good as they can get. That's what I'm saying with the Knight of Swords. Whether it comes to teasing or fighting or working on a project, you work really well with others because also, like I said, clarifying that the Knight of Swords was clarifying the Three of Pentacles, which means you work well with others, okay? You're a team player. Is essentially what it's saying. So when you're on a team, you're making sure everybody's achieving and everybody's getting their success, no matter if you're doing most of the work or not. You're making sure everybody's happy, you know, and it may lead to you overextending yourself sometimes. And I swear some men just know how to pinpoint the women who will just give all of themselves. But I feel like sooner or later you have learned or will learn that, hey, it's an equal effort. Okay, we're both giving or you're not getting nothing. Okay, here we have, this is, I believe, South Node. So it's giving past life. They feel very comfortable because they've known you before, which is why you put everybody at ease, okay? And I do believe that's something that men maybe associate with friendship when you don't feel that immediate need to rip someone's clothes off. Oh, that's not my person, you know? When you feel too familiar and too comfortable with someone, it's hard to open up because some people don't want to get, you know, deep. They don't want to get personal. They don't want to get intimate. And being with someone like you will take that. Which is where they have to figure out, hey, is this something I'm willing to give? You know? Now we have the 11th house. This is the house of friendship, the house of social media, okay? The house of the internet, the house of Aquarius, which is that eccentricity coming through, acceptance and eccentric. You don't want to be accepted by anybody. You're just going to be who you are. And if people accept you, they accept you. If they don't, they don't. It's as simple as that, you know? Love that for you guys. And then here we have Taurus, very homebody, like you love to cook and clean and make sure your house is good and go under a blanket and drink wine and watch movies. And that's the kind of energy you could be putting into your dating profile. I like to watch movies, stay at home, have deep conversations, get to know my person. You know what I mean? I'm looking for love. I'm looking for long term. I'm looking for marriage. And people already know based on what you put in your profile, dating profile, what you're looking for. And they know they have to make a decision. Okay, am I going to waste her time or am I going to actually step up? You know? That just keeps coming through, okay? But yeah, you're definitely like, that's what I'm saying. Very Grace Kelly, very warm, okay? Very feminine, icky, very down to earth vibes. Tauruses can be very uppity and very specific and very particular and very bougie sometimes, but I do feel like for most part, they want to be at home in their sheets, eating good food, drinking good wine, watching movies, eating popcorn, in their sweats, minding their business, baggy clothes galore. That's it. And that comes through in your profile. Girl next door, down to earth, okay? Now we have 6th house here where it's like health. So maybe you're someone who cares about their health and that's that sporty spice coming through. Didn't I tell you they have something to do with this reading now? We went through your posh spice. That's your Taurus. We went through your scary spice, okay? Or we will, because here we're about to get the Saturn energy, which is scary. Okay, and then we have 6th house, which is sporty spice. You take care of your health. You work out. Maybe you wear athleisure, stuff like that. You talk about health and nutrition and things of that nature, or your everyday life, working life, and stuff like that. You know, that's coming to us. Also Virgo energy. Okay, 11th house is Aquarius. We have Taurus. We have Libra. Then we have 6th house Virgo vibes. We have some Virgos coming through here. We have Libras coming through here. Sun, Moon, Rising. We have Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay. And then here we have Saturn, which is Capricorn energy. So you do have like a very serious, no nonsense, stop playing in my face. What are you looking for? Kind of energy. We're not looking for the same things. Next. We are looking for the same things. Okay, we can move forward. Like very, like interviewee. Like what do you bring to the table? What can you give me? What are you looking for? Kind of energy. And it takes those few questions for you to weed out the guys who are looking for something serious from the guys who are it. Who aren't. And just based on how your profile is set up, if it's a dating profile, since that's what this reading was supposed to be based on, it's definitely giving you're asking the hard questions, the important questions. Your sass is coming through. Your seriousness is jumping off the screen. From your prompts, your pictures, whatever you write down, your words, they're like, oh, okay, this person isn't playing. She definitely is giving wifey material. And most people, like, if we're going based off dating apps, which is we should have been, because that's what I was supposed to be doing this reading for, it would make a lot of sense why guys are out here looking for wham bam thank you ma'ams, because that's the newest way to find a quick hookup. Even knowing that dating apps are for dating and relationships and more, not for you to come here and play in people's face. But still, you'll find 90% of the population are either weird, okay, there's something wrong with them, which is why they're on the dating app in the first place, or they're looking for a hookup. Then the little 2% of guys that's there actually looking for something serious, they're either snatched up real quick, or they're never on there, or you never find them, you never get matched with them, because they're just, you have to weed them out so deeply and heavily, because the other guys are there to waste people's time. Like, but you're very serious about what you're looking for. About your life, your work, you know what I mean? Your passions, the people in your life, and they have to be serious as well. You don't want them, okay? So definitely no nonsense. I'm not playing around with you kind of energy, which just makes you a little scary, because if men aren't waiting or if men aren't looking to settle down, then you are scary to them. If you want to be intimate and, you know, get deep with them, they are scared if they're looking to not be serious, you know? So I think I'm going to leave your reading right here, though. But this ring is definitely telling me all I need to know. Stop playing on my face. Okay, so I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you watch this reading. And as always, I will see you with people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group threes. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 3, the number 3, the energy of group 3, then welcome. Today's reading is going to be how do men view you, or what do they think about you, or what vibe do they get from you based on your dating profile. If you don't have a dating profile, then I guess really just go based off your social media profile, But this is, if you don't have a dating profile, then maybe don't watch it, or you can watch it and just take out the parts that I add about, what you could have specifically on your dating profile that would make them feel this way, Or I mean, these things can also be your regular profile. Who knows? I feel like even more of you, there's more of you to view and peruse on your regular profile, unless you don't post anything, than there would be to view and peruse on your dating profile. Because most dating profiles only allow you to post a few pictures and some prompts, and that's supposed to be your whole life story in that one little snippet. When your dating profile is who you used to be years ago, who you are now, that kind of thing. You have like a quote, you have a picture, you have the friends who you follow, they get to see your friends and stuff like that, So maybe that's something that guys do look at. Okay. They think that the stuff that you have in your profile is never enough, So though they come to your profile and they're greedy for more, they want to know more about you, they get addicted or intrigued very fast. And so far, this has not come through in any reading, so I love that it's coming through for yours. I like every reading to be different. I hate having to say, go watch group 1, maybe you feel called to group 1. No, I want every group to have their own vibe, okay? So that's what's coming through for you guys. They don't see enough and they want to see more. And maybe, I know some dating profile allows you to link your regular profile, like Instagram or whatever, and then they're able to see more. But if not, and you don't have that feature, or you're not on dating apps, whatever, there's something about them wanting to know more about you there. They get really intrigued and like, oh, tell me more, did you get very far? Tell me more, let this he have a car. Papa poo papa poo para poo papa. He got friendly, holding my hand. And like Danny's so annoying. Well, she got friendly down in the sand. Like, no, she didn't. Stop lying on my girl Sandy name. True. And then I used to be pissed off at freaking what's her name, where she's like, look at me, I'm Sandra D. Like, lousy with virginity. Like, why are you a hater, sis? Like, leave her alone. Like, it makes, like, yo, don't start with me. And that was one of my movies, and it's funny because I was talking to somebody today, and I'm like, my favorite movies were this and that. I forgot to add Grease. I used to watch that movie back to back to back to front to back. Such a good movie. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. That could be a thing as well. Maybe you're the good girl who like tempts the bad boy, which is why they want to be with you, or that's kind of the vibe they give. You give like goody two shoes kind of energy, and they want to like make you all dirty, Goody two shoes was kind of coming through in group 2. But like I said, I want everybody's group to be different, so I'm gonna stop. Like, maybe you should go watch this one. If you felt called to it, then I guess you could go watch it as well. But like you're giving, I want to know more, which is like, yeah. In Greece, how the friends were like, tell me more about this guy you met over summer. Tell me more about this girl you met over the summer. That's the kind of vibe coming through. Where they want to run to their friends and say, I think I found my person, Now, like I said in group 1 and group 2, my hands is ashy, okay? Because I washed my hands before starting the reading, okay? Because I was cleaning up around the office, wasting some time. And I didn't put lotion on, and they looking really, they don't look as ashy as they did. Honestly, maybe they're getting a little used to it, but they was really ashy. But if you see my ash, mind your business, okay? Let's get into it, please. What do men think of my group 3s based on their dating profile? What do they give off? We have Justice, okay. So maybe you're definitely, I'm hearing fair. The fairest of them all, Snow White. And that's playing into the goody two shoes vibe, virginity, lousy with virginity. So maybe you don't give like experience. Maybe you give someone's like very pure, hasn't experienced a lot of relationships. A novice essentially, someone they want to teach and mold and, like I said, dirty and sully up. Okay, so that's the vibe that's coming through for you guys. But Justice is definitely someone's like a really goody two shoes who likes to do things a certain kind of way. It's all about fairness and stuff like that, so maybe somebody like really fair skin, okay? Let me show you the card even more if you want to see it. Like, I'm trying to change the angle so you can see, like, you know, the card based on the light from outside. But that angle wasn't really working. So I guess here we are. Yeah, Justice is definitely giving Libra energy. So relationship material is what I'm hearing. And how God's like, I'm boyfriend material. You're giving girlfriend, boyfriend material, group 3. And immediately men want to know more and lock you down, you know. So you're definitely giving the girl or the guy who like can easily get a boyfriend or girlfriend, okay, based on your fair looks, okay. So maybe some of you have like really big doe eyes. I'm hearing curly hair, fair skin, or something like that that gives you the innocent look that men kind of wanna. They go all big bad wolf on you, okay. So you're giving Little Red Riding Hood, child. Seem like I have red hair, but it's definitely giving haven't experienced much life, and I just want to dirty her up and, you know, make her mine kind of energy, Beauty and Beast kind of energy. Okay, that's how men feral they get when they see you. Okay, this is a very interesting energy coming through. I love how I can sit here and feel so many different energies coming through. And I'm like, oh, this group is so much different than the other group, you know? It's just very interesting to me. That's why I love doing readings. I'm like, huh, who am I going to pick up on today? You know what I mean? It's never a dull moment. And I'm someone who gets bored very easily. That could be the same for the guys watching your profiles, dating, or social media. They get bored very easily. I get bored very, very easily. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's why I can't do the same reading the same amount of times the way other readers do, you know? I have to do different topics. I'm going to get bored. And when I get bored, I don't want to do any reading, you know? So I'm trying to switch it up lately and see what works, what doesn't work, you know, whether the algorithm likes it or not, or pushes it. I just want to have fun. I'm here to have fun. Girls just want to have fun, huh? Oh, girls just want to have, that's all they really want. It's some fun. When the working day is done, oh, girls, they want to have fun, huh? Oh, girls just want to have fun. You want to have fun as well. That could be your thing as well. Maybe you have a good balance between goody two shoes and wanting to have fun, or working and playing, okay, or being a good girl with a little bit of bad girl, okay. That could definitely be coming through for you guys. Okay, let me clear out the search history for group 2. If anything comes through for y'all, we can look it up, okay, if I don't know. But that's definitely what's coming through for you guys, okay? You're fair, maybe like you're really soft-spoken, like Snow White. Maybe you have a beautiful singing voice. Because that's the most I've sang in this whole reading, and that's saying something. Because I usually be singing, bursting out into song every other, you know, sentence sometimes. But songs come through very heavily for some groups more than others. So this is the first group where I really like, I'm singing, something like that. So that could be something. You have a really nice voice, okay? But it's definitely giving the fairest of them all. Snow White. Okay, so everybody knows you for being kind. And look at how we have the energy. I was just talking about this card in another group. I think it was group 1, I believe, or group 2. I'm not sure. Where I'm like, the Ace of Wands is that sexual tension, that want, that need, that spark of, I want to know this person, but I want to get to know them in the more biblical way of the, you know, sense of the word kind of thing. And it came out for you guys. That's where the Ace of Swords, like I'm, you know, yanking the chain. What is it called? Choking the chicken. Whatever the men call it. You know, wanking the wank, whatever. Just to get this person out of my head because I can't stop thinking about them. I'm obsessed with them already. And we didn't even do anything. I haven't even touched them. I haven't even talked to them kind of energy. That's the kind of vibe men get from you. They get like a very intense vibe or attraction to you based on your profile. Which is why I'm like, if you were to tell them I want to be in a relationship right now, let's look it up. They're like, oh yeah, come on. And wow, why am I hearing that song from Mindless Behavior? Now, if you know Mindless Behavior and you on my channel, oh, we were meant to be. Because nobody seems to remember Mindless Behavior. And I lived in Florida for a good chunk of my life. And they were everywhere and everybody loved them. And they were on 106 at Park and all the black girls loved them. I didn't really grow up with a lot of white girls. But from the white girls that I know, they didn't like them like that. So maybe that's probably why. They never got to One Direction status. But they were like, for us little teen boppers, we loved us some Mindless Behavior, y'all. Okay? We was fighting over which one is our favorite. But they have a song called Hook It Up. It's like, let's hook it up, girl. Dun, 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 dun. Leave it up to me. It's a party, y'all. Okay, so it's like, shawty, let's hook it up. No, I want the chorus. Where's the chorus? Here it is. Let's hook it up, girl. Let's get up, girl. Leave it all to me. It's gonna be us, y'all. It's a party, y'all. Everybody nod their head to this beat with me. Let's hook it up, girl. Leave it all to me. It's gonna be us, y'all. It's a party, y'all. Everybody nod their head to this beat with me. So basically, it's like we in my hood, kicking at my house. Summertime, that can be important because summer loving was coming through as well. But summertime, we chilling, just hanging out. My homies here, we're your girls. They better come out the house. We about to get acquainted now. There's songs, I'm not gonna lie, they were kind of ghetto, okay? So I can understand why they weren't everybody's cup of tea, but I love them so much. But that's that song's coming through. And he's like, you can bring your friends and I can bring my friends. Let the party begin, begin, begin. You can bring your friends, I can bring my friends. What you doing this weekend? We in. And then it says, uh-oh, somebody's acting shy. Why? Do she already got a boyfriend? You know I always keep it fly. Why? Because I rep MB Shawty. So corny, but they're so adorable. I was fine with this in high school, okay? Early high school days, 9th and 10th grade, okay? I was fine with this. But yeah, this is the cutest little song of like, you bring my friends, I'll bring you bring your friends, I bring my friends, and we hook it up together. We hook everybody up together with each other. And if you need your friends to be there to want to come see me, then do that because that's how bad I want to see you, okay? But it's like somebody's acting shy. Why? Do she already got a boyfriend? So it's kind of like this girl is single. Like, they immediately had attention. Like, this girl is single. How is she single? That's the kind of energy coming through. Like, I would snatch her up. Absolutely. But it's like, he goes, baby, what's good? Video chat again. You look cute. I miss you. Is that your friend? Tell her my boy said, what's up? What's up? He's standing right here. Put her face on the camera so he can get at her. So annoying, so ridiculous, but that song is coming through. Okay, they want to hook it up with you. So maybe they want it to just be a hookup. They don't want to, anything serious because immediately they're standing at attention for you with the Ace of Wands and Justice card, okay? But they know they got to come correct, which is a great thing. So they know you're not going to just, give it all up to them. So they have to work for it, but it's definitely giving, like, whatever you need me to do at this point, Souls. Let me stop. Whatever you need me to do to get you here at my place or on a date with me or me seeing you in person, do it. I'll do it. That's what it is. Okay? Here we have Six of Pentacles, very generous. Okay, so you do come through with someone who's very generous, someone who's very nice, okay? I hope you can see the card, and I'm saying okay too much. I apologize. But the Six of Pentacles is someone who's very generous, very kind, very charitable, very, what is the word? Humanitarian, sorry. I'm like, what? I got lost, okay? So many men get lost in your profile as well, like, mindlessly scrolling, wanting to see more. And then it's like, wait, how did I get to her picture from 2015? It's just like, you're so interesting. You're a very interesting person. Yeah, that's the vibe that I'm getting from you guys. You're very interesting. And like I said, you intrigue them and they're willing to do anything, say anything kind of energy to get you to talk to them, respond to them, be with them, So it's giving a little bit of desperation, okay? They could like want to throw money at you or stuff like that, Very interesting. But we got that. Then we have Five of Swords, okay? So maybe you're very opinionated. Maybe you're very harsh on men because they like to just use you for specific things. Maybe you get this feeling or energy from a lot of different men and it leads to you being a little more closed off or just like very, not catty, but sharp with what you say. Like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with that. I don't want to be with you. Leave me alone. And they could think of it as like you being uppity or, oh, you think you're better than me. It's like, no, I'm just used to guys drooling. And you're drooling right now. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it, And that's the kind of energy you're kind of giving. Like if they were to say anything, that you would either be stuck up, turning your nose up at them, or just cuss them out in general. So like that's that, but they like that though. Like you could look mean or argumentative, and some guys love that in a woman. Like, yes, cuss me out. Yes, tell me about myself. Yes, do all that. But I'm willing to just take anything at this point. If you were just want to be with me and choose me, choose me, pick me, love me. It's the kind of energy. So men are definitely pick me's where you're concerned. Okay, and this dating profile or social media profile you have, they're very pick me. Okay. And I love how the name of their first album, I'm gonna say One Direction, Lord. I was a One Direction girly too. Don't play with me, okay? Um, their first album was called Number One Girl. So it's definitely you're giving number one girl vibes to this person when they look at your profile, like you're in the running to become their girl. Or you're the most interesting profile they see in a minute, or your pictures are just so beautiful, you're so gorgeous and sexy or whatever, that they just like, yeah, this is my number one, and that's kind of what they say in like, what is it? I think it's like a common phrase in the Bachelor Nation, because when I do watch a season of The Bachelor, I don't like to watch Bachelorette, because I'm like, yeah, a bunch of sexy guys, but no, I want to see a guy choose a girl and have to be emotionally mature enough to watch that. That's sexier to me. Women have emotional maturity most of the time, I know she's gonna choose a good guy, but I want to see an attractive bachelor treat all these women nice and not be sketchy and dusty and dirty, okay? And that's what I want to see. Of course, I want to see a hot guy as well. So, but I'm like in The Bachelor, right? I can see a bunch of hot guys, but no, I feel like I don't know. I just like watching The Bachelor. So the most recent season that I watched was like, I think it was like a real estate guy, and he was the cutest, most adorable little white man. Like he was like not that tall, or he didn't seem tall to me. He had like curly hair, came from a really good family, from the Middle East, like or Midwest, I want to say, like those kind of guys. And they're just like, they have a good head on their shoulders. They have things going for them. They want to settle down. They want to be married, as opposed to these men in big cities who just come there to make money and play in all these women's faces. He just gave like a really good guy. He gave me good vibes. Okay. And it's always like, oh, right now, this person's my number one. And oh, this person's my number one. You know what I mean? That's like a saying they always say. I believe it's there. Or what other dating shows do I watch? I don't even remember at this point. Oh, Love is Blind. That's what it is. I'm like, I know one of these dating shows say, like, that's my number one. This is my number one. You can tell I watch too many blasted dating shows. Not too many, okay? I just watched the interesting ones. Okay, thank you. But Love is Blind, like, he's my number one, and he's my number one. Love is Blind. It came through. Appreciate you, Spirit. You always coming through for me. That's the energy coming through. You're my number one girl, okay? At this point. And here we have Ace of Swords. So I just have to talk to her. I have to introduce myself. I have to, And I love how for this reading, for your reading, I'm more so getting what they want to do, more so than what they are getting from you. It's giving go, 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 take, do, talk, okay? Pursue, pursue, pursue. And the other groups are more like, they see you in this way and they see you in that way. This group is more so their urges like overcome them more so than anything specifically about you. It's just an energy you give off and what you see on the profile, how you, I guess, showcase yourself or present yourself. And they're just like, yeah, I want to see more, But you do seem like very giving. You're a very caring individual. I want to get more into you. I'm not trying to worry about them. Ace of Swords. So I feel like if you want to maybe know more about who you are, and I didn't want to do this, but you could go watch Group 1. I think Group 1 would be kind of resonating for you as well, because Ace of Swords came through in that one. Okay, let me get more cards about you. You're fair, you're just, you're balanced. You know right from wrong, okay, which most people don't, so that's very important, okay? Ace of Wands, you're very desirable, you're very passionate, you go after what you want. I'm definitely getting like, what's the name of the song? Leave Her Wild. So you're getting a lot of songs, like I said, so your music or your voice could be important. By Tyler something. Leave Her Wild lyrics. Yeah, Tyler Rich. He's like, if you find a girl, hands up, hanging halfway out on a highway, you find a girl who likes whiskey mixed in her hangover coffee. Find a girl that scares you half to death. You'd kill to be the train she wrecks. Don't tell her I never met someone like you. Then try and turn her into every girl you ever knew. If you're gonna love her, if you're gonna love her, if you're gonna love her, leave her wild. If you're gonna make her, if you're gonna make her smile, smile. If you're gonna let her, if you're gonna let her dance, let her sing, let her be whatever she wants to be, leave her wild. That's the energy coming through for you guys. You know, the girl who's drinking the whiskey, like he said, hanging out halfway out on the highway. You know, maybe you are giving Midwest girl. You came from the country and you can drink men under the table, and you like to have your cowgirl boots on, and you like to go like to go, I'm talking about cows. No, you like to go horseback riding and tractors. Is that what something they do? Like RV in the wild, and there's dirt all over your face by the time you're done, but you're just like so wild and free and uninhibited, and that's what they love, and that's what they crave and lust after, that energy. But like he said in the song, okay, if you're going to love her, leave her wild. And if you're going to do anything, make her smile. Okay? And if you're going to let her dance, let her sing, let her be whatever she wants to be, leave her wild. Don't tame her, try to chain her. The second you do, you'll break her. Don't dull that shine that caught your eye. Okay? Because you're afraid. Where did I go? Because you're afraid somebody will take her. She ain't a dial. You just turn on and off. She ain't found, but she ain't all that lost. This is my song, bro. Like, oh my gosh. Okay? So you're definitely giving country a little bit. Okay? So maybe you have that nature of just you do whatever you want to do. You're really outspoken. You're a church girl, but you're wild as well. You're wild as hell is what I'm hearing. But there's a specific, I was seeing this guy, okay? And he was the only guy that I'd ever met that he was like, he grew up in the suburbs, child, in a big house, okay? But he was the first guy that I had ever met who loved country music as much as me. And I was like, dang, it hurt. It hurt. That things didn't work out, but not in a way where like I'm heartbroken and devastated, but it's just like, it's so hard for me to find people who love country music as much as I do. No one in my life can resonate with my just love for country music. And it's funny because I used to hate it. Anytime somebody would ask me, like when I was 18, 19, 20, oh, what's your, like, what kind of music you listen to? I love every kind of music except country music. I hate it. And I don't know what led me to believe that. But then I was watching this documentary one day when I was at work. And it was like a country music documentary. And they were playing all the oldies, the Patsy Cline, Crazy. They were playing, I forget most of the songs they were playing, but they were playing like really back in the day songs. And I'm like, wait, you know, this ain't all that bad. Now that I know the backstory of country music and it's just as important and like has soul and hurt and pain and depth as any other kind of music. I don't know what made me think it did it in the first place, but there was just something about that I didn't like, you know? And I never had to listen to it in the first place for me to even say that, you know? Very small-minded thinking, okay? But then, like, I would hear, it was like a few songs I heard. I fell in love with Hunter Hayes and his I Want Crazy song, and that could apply to you as well, Hunter Hayes, I Want Crazy. And then I heard a song by Casey Musgraves, Follow Your Arrow, and I'm like, you know what, country music ain't all that bad now, let me go up, it go off in its own little way. And then I fell in love, and I've never turned back. And I don't even know how old I was at that point, but it's been a long time now. And I'm like, I can never find nobody that loves country music as much as me. And I'm going on a rant now, and I apologize because I'm getting to the point, I promise. So we were in his car, and he was driving me back home. And I'm like, oh, like we were listening to country music. And I'm like, have you heard this song? And I put on this song, Leave Her Wild by Tyler Rich. And he's like, oh, it's a really good song. I'm like, yeah. Every time I hear this song, I always think of Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth and how he always tried to tame her. He knew she was wild because Miley been wild since Can't Be Tamed. And he knew her since she left Hannah Montana. That's when she kind of went buck wild and crazy. They have been together for so long. And the whole time they were together, I feel like he was trying to change her. He was trying to make her more docile and more refined, more, womanly or more, feminine. And she's like, no, I want to scream. I want to act crazy. I want to make faces. And I remember this one red carpet they were doing together. I believe it was for Thor, one of the Thor movies, the most recent one, maybe three. They were married at this point, and Miley was making crazy faces and, you know, being Miley, and he was telling her, like, stop. And you could clearly read his mouth and hear what he was saying. He was like, behave. And, like, she stuck her tongue out at him, like, and, like, walked away angry at him. I'm like, yes, sis, stand your ground, because why would you fall for a girl who's wild and try to make her into somebody else? You fell for her for that reason, or you never loved her, period. Okay? If you didn't love her crazy and her untamedness, why would you fall in love with her and then try to change her into every other girl you ever knew or the girl you want to be with? Find a girl that matches that description. Why would you marry Miley Cyrus? It's making no sense to me. At all. Trying to change her, you know? But like I said, that just reminds me of that moment there. The Leave Her Wild song is, if you're going to love her, leave her the way she is. Don't make her into every other girl you ever knew. Like, bars. Took him to church with that line, because yes. Okay, now back to what I was saying. All these cards fell out, we'll take them, because I was chatting the whole time, didn't even have no time to, you know. We have 10 of Wands. Yeah, so you people, let me not even show it too much, because they're going to try to sit here and, you know, flag me, YouTube. You're a lot of work, okay? Maybe you have like a lot of baggage. That could be something you talk about on your profile, like you deal with anxiety or something, behavioral issues or personality disorders, or you have kids or you've been married before. There's something about it that's like, this person has baggage. They come with baggage, okay? Or it's just something on your face or about your personality or demeanor. Who knows what it is? Or like I said, dating profiles allow you to put prompts, and the prompts allow you to get deep. Okay, and you could have gotten deep and very open and honest and vulnerable on your dating profile. And I'm like, okay, this person comes with baggage, but I feel like she's worth it, you know? The next card we have is the Empress. Wow, exactly. You're the Empress. You're definitely like giving their dream girl status, or the girl that every guy is attracted to, essentially, is what the Empress can mean as well. It's giving Aphrodite, like I said in another reading. The Empress is Aphrodite vibes. So every guy is going to be attracted to her. Can every guy handle her? That's a different story. You know? Can you lust after someone you don't know? Absolutely. Can you know if you're going to be able to deal with their ups and downs and all these things? And I do believe. And it's funny, because I was at a bar like a few weeks ago, and one of the bartenders who I'm friends with, or we're becoming friends, me and my best friend are becoming friends with her. She was like, it's fine. We were talking about something about, like, we were talking about Degrassi, right? And we were talking about how, like, I'm like, you could tell a lot about a person based on their favorite Degrassi character. And she said the holy grail, the word. She's like, Eli. I'm like, yeah, we're best friends now. I'm sorry, bestie, but she's my bestie Westie. But me and my best friend love Eli. Even my sister loves Eli. Like, Eli is the person to choose. I don't care if and I think that he, like, dealt with BPD and things like that nature, and dealt with, like, emotional issues, and was taking pills and stuff like that. But he was the most loyal, the most fierce, the most sex. Like, I love me some Eli Goldsworthy. And he is the kind of person, if you're not going to love him as who he is, just leave him for somebody else to love. And Claire was always trying to change him and always saying, you scare me. And sit down, sis. Like, Claire used to piss me off, bro. I'm like, you don't deserve him, Eli. I'm right here, baby. Come to me. Come to me. I'll treat you right. Was always calling him crazy and getting crazy with him and cheating on him and saying you don't want to be with him. But like, Claire was always doing little. I hated her. Oh, bruh. And we resonate over that as well. I'm like, yeah, girl, you the real deal. Because you said Eli's your favorite. We all know Eli's the best. Okay? At least from the newer Degrassi's. The older Degrassi's, my man was Sean. The tortured, came from a bad household but was trying to be a better guy. The brooding hero. I love me a brooder. Okay? And that was Sean and that was Eli. But that's what we were talking about. Okay, I keep going tangents. I'm sorry, okay? And she was like, how the crazy girls are the best ones. They have the best tuntanti and everything. I'm like, period. The girls who are crazy everyone loves them. They have the best. They have the best kitty cat and everything. And I'm like, yes, girl, period. Clock it. Okay? Call me crazy all you want, but you still gonna want me though, right? At the end of the day. And that's the kind of energy you're giving. A little unhinged, and they love that, okay? Oh, yes, Lord. And look at how the titties, the nips are just poking out. That keeps coming through. You can see the nips. You have like very heavy, thick, pointy, girthy. Let me stop. I'm done. Very girthy nipples, maybe, and they're always showing through what you wear. And you have like big, like really big eyes as well. Like your eyes are very prominent to people, and that's what they're noticing as well. You could have like a bombastic side eye. She's giving somebody the illest side eye in this right here. Like if you can even see it, she's giving somebody the illest side eye. Like I gotta put it towards the light for you to see it. Like, and it's funny how she's like side eyeing you when I do that. Yeah, something about a side eye, a bombastic side eye. Yeah, and that's why like guys like girls who are mean, who are sassy, who are quick, who like not belittle them, but they like have a little bite. You know, and that's what these guys that are watching you find attractive about you and your profile. That you have a little bite, maybe you make a little raunchy joke here and there, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. You're not prim and proper and put together, but you could be because you have the Libra card coming up with justice. And justice, if anything, is giving prim and proper or well balanced. You have the raunchy side, but also the good girl side as well. You know, you have both, okay? Here we have three of cups, good time, exactly. You drink them under the table. You know how to like go and have a good time and not get, you know, face drunk. I'm not trying to curse on here. You know what I mean? You know how to handle your liquor. You know how to, you know, but you're drinking and having a good time. You may not get drunk or whatever, but you loosen up a little bit. You're dancing. That kind of energy is coming out under the Six of Pentacles. So maybe you love to go out drinking. I'm hearing drinking games could be your thing as well. You like to get people to open up to you by getting them to drink a little bit, you know? This is just me reading you right at this point. This person would not know these things as well, unless you tell them on your profile that I love drinking games, because this is just me picking up on your vibes, okay? And if this is not resonating so far, you're 30 minutes in, like I said, go watch group one, because another card that came out in group one is going to come out next. And a card that came out in group two is going to come out next. I think you are a good mix of both group one and group two. For what I'm seeing so far, okay? So yeah, Three of Cups is definitely giving party, have a good time. You know how to party and keep the energy light and upbeat. Okay, you love hanging out with your friends. Your friends are important to you. You may mention them in your profile, you know? You love to celebrate, okay? You love to celebrate life. Go out and party on the weekends just because life is short, okay? Here we have the Star card, and I have to cover her up because her boobs are coming through once again, so those are very prominent. Like, I feel like those are like the most obvious things, though. Like, that's the most obvious things, okay? Maybe your nipples are definitely a big thing because that's what is coming through, like, very puffy, okay? But that's coming through here. The stars, you have an aura that just attracts attention to you. People can't help but be enthralled by you. And it's funny because I'm reading a book now. And it's funny because right before I came to work earlier this morning, that's the first time they mentioned somebody being enthralled. Because there's vampires in this book, okay? And the protagonist's sister was enthralled by the vampire. And basically when you're enthralled, you are beholden to that person. You do whatever they want. If they want to, you know, give you to their friends to feed from or whatever, they can do that. If someone ever tries to come and take you from them, you're going to run right back to them. You can't leave. You're literally stuck with them. And that's kind of the vibe you guys are giving me with this energy. People get enthralled by you and they never want to leave or let you go kind of energy. The Star card is someone who just like glows from within, you know, and they have a special, specific star quality that makes them stand out amongst everyone else. It's giving the North Star. That's the one that shines the brightest and always leads you home. So maybe they know you're going to lead them home, okay? Or lead them down the right path to fun, to liberty. Okay, because Justice could also be Lady Liberty. And she was given to the U.S. after they fought and won the Revolutionary War, fighting for freedom. So you're a fighter, but you're also a lover, because we have that balance with Libra coming right out. So it's it's telling me right now that whatever contradictions come through, you balance them out really well in yourself. So you could be a fighter, but also a lover. You could be really nice, but you could also be really mean. Okay, but then, you know, you see? You drink, but you don't drink in excess. You have a really good balance to your character and your persona. But this definitely Star card is giving me, coming out of the Five of Swords. The thing that stands out about you with it clarifying the Five of Swords is that personality, that bite you have. That spunk, okay? Ooh, anytime I think of spunk, Lord, I think of, y'all know. Spunk is another word for male sperm. Okay, just gonna say it. Keep it clinical, keep it clean, keep it scientific. Okay. Yeah, that's coming through. That's what, when I hear spunk, I just think of that. And that's what you have. So when men think of you or look at your profile, they just spunk. Okay. Then we have Eight of Wands, which came through in group 2. So, like I said, you can feel called to group 1 or group 2 if you think this one is not explaining you well enough, or some things are right and some things are wrong. Maybe most of who you are is in those other groups, okay? And we have Eight of Wands. It's like, you're a very good time. You're a wild, good time, okay? You take people on a whirlwind and never let them go. You snatch up people's souls and never release them, never relinquish them in thrall, okay? That just keeps coming through, and it's coming out under the Eight of Wands. So you enthrall them with your words, okay? The way you think, your perception, how your view and outlook on life could be a thing coming through as well. Or just your voice, because I did mention that earlier. Your voice can be really good, and you enthrall people with your voice, okay? What you're definitely coming through is very, 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 very highly desirable, okay? And I'm going to try to rush this because this is like, each group has gotten longer and longer. I'm not trying to be here for too long, so I still got dice and another oracle deck to pull from. So what do men think when they see my group 3's profile? Please, we have the Moose Knuckle. Came through group 2 once again. You're eccentric and acceptance. So you are just happy being yourself. You're not looking for acceptance. You like to stand out amongst people. You don't want to be like everyone else, okay? You don't want to be like everyone else. You want to be unique. And it's something that makes you desirable because everyone loves someone who's so happy being themselves. They don't want to be like everyone else. They don't want to follow the status quo. And that's you. You want to go against the status quo. You probably purposely do it sometimes. And that's attractive about you, okay? So you have news and messages, okay? So you make them want to message you, these men who are viewing your profile. Like, should I reach out to her? Should I say something? Will she respond? Okay. Will she think I'm too boring, too straight-laced, too buttoned up? I mean, Molly fell for Liam, child. Anything is possible. Okay, what do men think when they see my group 3's dating profile or social media profile, please? Spirit, give me some tea. We have mountain, challenges and achievements. Okay, so any challenges they go through will be well worth it when they achieve. I'm hearing when they achieve goal status is what I'm hearing. So when you finally open up to them and you're finally theirs, and I do feel like you can be someone who's like hard to pin down in a relationship. So you're either a commitment phobe, or you've never been in a relationship, or you don't want to be in a relationship. If you're on a dating profile, maybe you kind of do. So maybe it's hard for you. You're picky. Okay, we'll keep it at that. It's hard for you to be satisfied enough to settle down with someone. When you do, you give your all. So this person's like, I know this person's a mountain. They're a challenge to overcome. Once I've overcome them, the achievement makes me feel like I'm on top of the world. Like I've achieved everything I ever wanted in life, kind of thing. You know, that rush and thrill of conquering somebody or falling in love. Like I know it's risky falling in love with someone like this, but I want to do it anyway. I want them to catch me, essentially, is what's coming through. That's the vibe that you're giving through your social media profile. Look at how she's glowing and levitating on top of this mountain. So you're giving unreal. You're giving kind of like ethereal vibes. Where it's like I never knew a girl like you existed. You're everything I never knew I needed. Wow. That song is coming through, and that is from the movie Princess and the Frog. Okay, so it's funny how all 3 groups, a Disney movie came through. For group 1 and 2 was both Mulan. And for you guys, oh no. Wait, did I say Beauty to Your Beast? Or was that for group 2? But that's a Disney movie coming through. I forget now. I've been doing these readings for, I can't. Okay, anyway. Yeah. You're the best thing I never knew I needed. In the beginning of the movie, Tiana could not stand that man, Naveen, child. But they went on a transformational journey together, learned more about life and themselves. And by the time they turned back into human, they were deeply in love, okay? They wanted to be married, okay? That's the vibe. Opposites attract. So maybe you're the wild child and you find a guy who's like, more introverted and buttoned up and laced. And that's why he's like, oh, I wonder if she didn't want to be with someone like me. But it works sometimes. If the guy is not willing or wanting to change the girl, yeah, it'll work. I'm like, who's that? Ooh, fall. You guys got a lot of... Okay, I'll take them, though. We have the Lion, strength and success. You're definitely strong-willed, okay? You like to get your way. Your character is very strong. Okay, it can be a little bit overpowering sometimes, where you overpower those around you, which is why you come through as this star, where there are people and then there are you, you know, and which is why you're kind of giving like star quality, celebrity status, because there's celebrities and there's regular people. And even though we're all human, people hold celebrities, to a higher standard. So people hold you onto a higher standard, put you on a pedestal, of sorts, is what's coming through for you guys. But you are someone who's very successful. Like I said, you're giving Miley Cyrus. And for you guys, you're also giving a little bit like a rebel. So you're giving like Rihanna, how she was like, a lot. Everyone knows Rihanna's a lot. Everyone knows she has attitude and spunk and sass. But it takes a chill person like ASAP for their personalities to be very balanced. Okay? I don't know much about who Miley's with now, but I know he's not big for the spotlight. And it's like you can't have two people who want to be in the spotlight in the same relationship, because it's going to lead to competition. There needs to be someone who's willing to be on the back burner and be the, the feminine or receptive energy, and one of them needs to be the dominant and very outgoing energy, So the introvert versus the extrovert. Sometimes, if you want to be in those kind of connections, or else you'll have two introverts and two extroverts, okay? If you want to be in an introvert-extrovert connection, you need someone who's willing to take a step back and let their person shine and not get jealous or want to control them or change them, And that's why I feel like it was so beautiful first of all, Rihanna and Kristen didn't work out, because they were both very strong personalities, both freaking hard-headed as heck. Because Rihanna has an Aries rising, so very violent, not violent, but combative, because I have Aries rising as well. I'm not violent, okay? I could be if I wanted. And then he was a Taurus, and it's like always butting heads. They couldn't agree on one thing. They were also big mega superstars, okay? So they each have like maybe a superiority complex, so no one wanted to back down or think the other one was right or wrong, Which led to, of course, fights and altercations, which still doesn't make what he did right as well. But Rihanna admitted to, beating him up sometimes. Okay? So it took her finding her nice little Libra, which is the opposite of her. Okay, her Aries rising, she found her nice Libra, because I feel like if you have an Aries rising, then your Libra or your Libra's in your 7th house, okay? And that means that him being in her 7th house, him being a Libra, because ASAP is a Libra, he is representing all the things she needs to feel secure in a relationship, I feel like, okay? Which is why they work very well. But he's also like a very chill person, doesn't really want to be in the spotlight. Yeah, he's ASAP Rocky, but he never really got that big. And he's also very, not feminine, but he seems like very chill and cool. He doesn't seem like arrogant the way some men could be. So their personalities balance off each other very well. Now, if she were to be with someone who's also really strong-minded, which is like, I think who she was with before him, he was like this tycoon. He was rich. And like there's a literal, I mentioned another reading, there's a literal like picture of them. Like Rihanna's all in his face like, and they fight, and then the next minute they making out crazily in the pool. I'm like, Rihanna, girl. And the paparazzi just there filming everything. Like, what was in his face? She was screaming at him, mouth open. He's just like, there all stone faced or whatever. And then the next minute they're making out in the pool. I'm like, girl, that's volatile, okay? It's toxic is what it's giving. And I love it. But hey, she found her nice, chill dude. And I think that's the opposite track vibe coming through here. So men want you, and they feel like you are so strong and successful, and they may not be enough for you. And that could be something they're thinking when they're looking at your profile. They could be thinking of, you're so eccentric, will you accept them? And I'm not eccentric. Will you want to be with me? Someone so boring and straight-laced, But I do believe they believe that the reward is worth the risk. That's what achievements and challenges is kind of giving me, okay? Now we're moving on. We have old woman, inheritance, and male. Oh, old man. I've never gotten old man before. Wow, it's a new card to me. Inheritance and male. Okay, so male coming through. That can kind of be that masculine energy you give off. Okay? And then here we have triangle, choices, and indecision. Yeah, that's basically what I was saying. They're wondering if they should even reach out to you or talk to you or like you or swipe right or DM you or whatever, even shoot their shot, because they're not sure if they want or if you would even choose them. It's a thing coming through here, Decisions, choices, okay? Let's move on to these cards and see. Okay, came right out. Win-win. Came through another group as well. It's going to be a win-win no matter what they choose. If they choose to be with you and have to struggle, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, it's a still win-win. You know, if they're arguing with you, you guys get in arguments, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're still in a win-win situation. They're still lucky to have you, to be with you, that you chose them, you wanted to be with them kind of energy. Then we have require, skill, and balance, definitely. Require, skill, and balance. The relationship with you will. Okay? For what we have talked about so far, it definitely will. Here we have bullseye, right on the money, exactly what I wanted, okay? The best thing I never knew I needed. Then we have take a look at yourself. It will take, okay, so maybe they see you as vain. I mean, they're like, look at you, and then look at me. Like, that's the kind of energy coming through as well. But it's also giving, you're really nice to look at. And they're going to like, have you seen yourself? Yeah, we know you're beautiful, group, because we have the Empress. We know, okay, we know. Like, look at you. You're gorgeous. Why would you want to be with me? Like I said, Beauty and the Beast kind of vibes coming through. And I think I said it for you guys. I think so. But yeah, take a look at yourself. Like, you're gorgeous. Look at you. You know? That's what they're looking at. Like, have you seen yourself? Like, you know, like, you sometimes you have to ask people that who are just overly, extremely beautiful. Like, have you seen you? Like, I mean, yeah, but you mean, let me stop. I mean, yeah, I see myself every day in the mirror, but it doesn't mean I see what you see, essentially, you know? And then we have bullseye, right on the money. And then we have choose your words carefully. This is you cussing them out. So all the things that I'm saying are coming through as like confirmations. You're cussing them out. They have to choose their words carefully with you. You have to choose your words carefully with them, because things can easily go into a fight. But even so, if you guys are always tearing each other's heads off or cussing or fighting, it's still worth it to them. They knew who you were before they got into a relationship with you. And they're not going to change you. They're going to leave you wild, because that's what they love and they fell in love with, you know? Or that's what they would, and they're willing to go through all the challenges that it will be to be with you, to have that one moment of, this is my person, my bliss, you know? Now let's get these dice and see what else is coming through for you guys. These are mostly confirmations. We have 7th house. I was talking about that. Okay, so 7th house is definitely giving, and that's Libra. And it's funny how I keep mentioning Libra. Yeah. 7th house is Libra's domain, though. Okay, so that's why I'm saying Libra, because not everybody's Libras instead of their 7th house, but Libra is the 7th house. And that's marriage, relationships, contracts, which I didn't mention at the beginning of the reading. So you're giving marriage material, girlfriend material, boyfriend material. Yes, I'll be in a relationship with you right now because you're my perfect girl, okay? And that just keeps coming through. So whoever's watching for y'all thinks you're the perfect girl. We have Aquarius energy coming through. That's that eccentric. And that also happened again in group whatever, 1 or 2, I don't remember. Aquarius came out, it was 11th house energy, and then we had the acceptance and eccentric. So that's what a word or a characteristic used to describe Aquarius is, eccentric. They're unlike any other. I'm hearing one of these things are not like the other. So when people see your profile, they can immediately tell that you're different from all the other girls they swipe right on, or all the other girls they've been seeing or they followed before, met in the past, okay? We have Jupiter, very lucky, a bit of abundance coming through. That's that strength and success, okay? Also, but the expansion, going places, moving places, overcoming things, you know, climbing up the mountain. Climbing up the mountain, climbing up twice. I'm so sick of hoping. So open up. I'm gonna make it up the mountain. Mountain is coming through by Fowles. I'm gonna look it up because I always never know how to spell that girl name. F-A-O-U. Yes, it's F-A-O-U-Z-I-A. Mountain. Really good song. But I'm gonna make it up this mountain. I'm gonna make it up twice. I'll look up her and then mountain lyrics. So it says, climbing up this mountain, climbing up twice, hoping that I make it this time. But I'm so done with hoping, because hoping is to failing, is to falling down this mountain, falling down again, boom, boom, heartbeat, still beating in the end. I'm choking, but that's just what they wanted. So I get up off the ground and I shake it out, rah, rah, rah. Come look at me now, look at me now. I'm not here to talk, I'm not here to talk. I'm just here to walk, here to walk. I'm gonna make it up this mountain, make it to the top, show them what I've made of, show them what I've got. I will, I will, I will, I will, I will, I will. So mark my words before you swallow yours, okay? That's the kind of energy you bring, you know? And that's what they're seeing, what they're feeling. You will do whatever you set your mind to. And that's just it. Now we have, wow, we have Jupiter coming through again. Wow. We have Jupiter coming through again. I mean, we're not surprised, are we? You are something that's worth a lot to them. You're a person of worth, of high worth, maybe of high self-worth as well. They know your worth, you know your worth. Now it's like, okay, let's get it together, you know? Let's do this thing. Here we have Cancer. That is that caring energy, nurturing vibes, the Empress. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. You give a lot. You're very charitable, humanitarian based. And the Empress is the mother to everyone. She takes care of people. She's pregnant in most of the Empress cards, you know? And that's kind of vibe you come through with, okay? Building a family and having a stable family structure could be something you're really good at cultivating, and they could feel that, you know? That she'll make an amazing mother. And they build a beautiful home with you. Because did you guys get Gate, or was that group 2? That was group 2, I think. Now we have 9, which is 9th house energy. You have that wisdom. You have a specific philosophy that you follow in life they love. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm getting. You can have like a quote you put on your profile. And there's something about that quote that tells them, yeah, I could tell a lot about this person and who they are, what they believe in based on that quote. Okay? So, for example, on my Instagram, I don't have it on my dating profiles, but on my Instagram, I have like Fortuna, for do it, for something. And then I have slowly, wisely, and slowly, they stumble that run fast. So you can tell a lot about a person, about what quote they may have on their profile. Fortuna. Fortes aduivit, where it means fortune favors the bold or fortune favors the brave, okay? So you can tell a lot about, yeah, that makes sense for you guys as well. Fortune, the Jupiter energy, which came out twice, favors the bold, which is what you are. You're bold. And I hope you can see them properly. Yes. Fortune favors the bold, period, okay? Yeah, and the last one we have is 9th house, which is that wisdom. You have a wisdom about you. You know how to say things and mean them. But you are definitely giving someone who's very bold. Like, it's giving, choose words carefully. You're cussing them out, okay? The bullseye is right on the money. You tell it like it is, and you're always right. Could be a thing coming through as well. So we could have Virgo coming through, some Virgos in the chat, okay? But yeah, you have gotten everything you wanted by your mere strength and force of will and your boldness. Because like I said, we have the lion here, which is strength and success, which is Leo energy coming through as well. So fortune favors the bold. And I love that we have Leo energy, that we have the star card, which is, Leos are like the stars of the zodiac. Everyone loves them, wants to be around them, you know. And they have like a lot of heart. They are very loyal and they have a lot of heart. Okay? And that's you. You have like a lot of heart, bravery, you know, boldness, courage, spunk, character, you know, that keeps coming through. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the reading right here because this is really way longer than I expected it to be. I hope it resonated for you guys. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. I'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always, you know how to get your words across in a way that may sometimes be hurtful, is what I just heard. Like, I can't keep going, guys. Stop. It's 52 minutes. Like, I want to go home. I want to go home. Oh. Like, stop. Give me more messages. I could keep going. Like, I just really can. But I just can't. Okay? It's not fair to group 1 and group 2. Just don't tell them, though. But yeah, you definitely say things in a way that can be really hurtful or really blunt. And that's what they appreciate as well. So you're just really blunt and straightforward. You're going to tell them on your profile, I'm looking for this, and that. Like, I'm looking for a 5'11" guy with blue eyes and da-da-da. If you don't have this, don't message me. And they're like, but wait, they could have that. But then I'm like, wait, do I want to be with someone who's like this blunt? That could hurt my feelings? I'm sensitive, you know? You know? Okay, I'm getting crazy. Okay, I'm done. I can't keep going. Stop it. Okay. If you'd ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah.